What's up? What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to Wrestling Memories, where we're gonna probably fucking fail miserably. I'm just kidding. We shouldn't fail miserably. We're gonna sit here and watch Super Brawl 6, which was run by WCW. The main event was Hulk Hogan versus the Giant in a steel cage match. Um, also, the fuck does ME? Okay, so that's a dark match. We get the Nasty Boys versus Public Enemy, which is just a fucking shit show. Johnny B. Basement's favorite fucking wrestler. Guess who he's taking on? Basement. Guess who he's taking on? DDP. For the 10th fucking time. Sting and Lex Luger are taking on Harlem Heat. Conan and the One Man Gang are going one on one. The Taskmaster is taking on Brian Pillman. Arn Anderson will fight the Taskmaster in a no contest singles match. It's fucked up. The way that they did it's freaking horrible. And then you've got Sting and Lex Luger versus the Road Warriors, so they're wrestling twice. And then Ric Flair and Randy Savage. And then Hulk Hogan and the Giant. So those are your matches. There is 9 matches. Oh my god. So tonight we have Basement, Bobbit, Trek, and Ronnie. How are you guys doing?
Not doing bad at all.
How did the hockey game go?
Oh, it went good. Lightning finally won, 7-1.
JP, I feel like a box of fluffy ducks.
Okay, that's great. Trek, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm fantastic.
Are you two swapping dick pics or something?
No.
Okay. Sounds like. Basement, how are you doing?
Invite me to that. I'm ready to go, man. Starcade, you know it's my favorite.
All right. So this side would be interesting. January, there was no pay-per-view in January, so this one was done in February. So we're drawing even closer to the NWO debuting on WCW. Well, Scott Hall debuting on WCW. That's probably where we'll probably pick up Nitro again. We do know that Ric Flair Randy Savage beat Ric Flair for the world title at Starcade. And yeah, so that's one of the main stories. The Yeti no longer exists. He was just a one-hit wonder.
Thank God.
The big thing that I can remember taking away from this is that the Four Horsemen were kind of feuding with the Dungeon of Doom. So there was an issue between Kevin Sullivan and Arn Anderson and Brian Pillman and all of that entire gang, while the Giant was feuding with Hogan and all that shit. So that's where we're at. That's where these matches take place. So those are the storylines that are going right now. We all know the storyline between Johnny B. Bad and fucking Diamond Dallas Page. The last time them two had a match, if Johnny B. Bad won the title, he won the services of Kimberly or the Diamond Doll. Sting and Lex Luger are the tag team champions at this time. and the Nasty Boys and the Public Enemy. I think the Public Enemy just joined WCW at this time. And if you don't know who Public Enemy is, they were prominent in ECW. They were known for their fucking street fights, which, holy fuck, guess what their first match is? Street fight.
Right.
So
Street fights and breaking the ring.
So that being said, we're going to start the show. Is everybody at zeros?
Yep.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Now remember, we start the show at zeros, so no time hacks. We'll give you a time hack every once in a while. I will, because somebody will be like, "Hey, what's the time hack?" Correct, and then we'll go from there. So.
And my internet's better.
Okay, so we are ready to begin. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Whee!
I hope you got that tequila ready, Ronnie.
I got rum and root beer.
It's just as good.
Hell yeah.
Fucking Randy Savage.
And they're in St. Petersburg, Florida in February, so it was probably 80 degrees.
Heather
Oh,
just,
God.
Heather just threw her pie.
I don't know, she's been giving me the finger all day in the chat.
I saw that. That's why I talk about what the temperature is where I live, because I don't want to get the finger.
That's what I said.
Thanks for your opinion.
That's not an opinion. That's a spoiler.
And she didn't like me comparing shoveling sand to shoveling snow.
I don't know what she's talking about. She doesn't have to do anything.
I wasn't talking about the shoveling part. I was just talking about the fucking sand. Well,
I would rather shovel
about
snow
shoveling.
than sand. Let me tell you that much. That shit gets in the crack of your ass.
And how the fuck are you shoveling if it ends up in the back of your ass?
No, just sand in general.
Anakin Skywalker over here. I hate sand. It gets everywhere.
I just wanted to be part of the conversation with her and Gina. They were talking about shoveling, so
There isn't going to be much shoveling that anybody's going to be doing around here. We're getting the freezing rain.
yeah, that's what they said on the news. A lot of people were going to get the snow, but then it was going to be covered with the ice and the sleet and the freezing rain.
So I left work at 2:30 today. They sent everybody home 2:30. I probably could have left early. I didn't even have to go to work today. Motherfuckers. It's like they weren't expecting me to show up because of the weather, which it didn't start doing anything until like 1:30, 2 o'clock here. And freaking, it's like, you're at work? Well, yeah. What about the weather? It's
This
cold
looks
as
like
fuck.
Tony Schiavone's like smashed in between those two.
I know, Tony Schiavone. Apparently, and I can't wait until we get to it.
The fuck is this?
Nasty girl.
This is a Public Enemy, man. This is Public Enemy.
It's like the old version of New Age Outlaws.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hog Wild. At Hog Wild, Bobby the Brain Heenan was shit-faced.
Mm.
So I'm looking forward to.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
Oh no, that one's in August. That's the one. That's the one where Hogan beat Giant for the title. What the fuck is? Look at that guy. I want that guy's hair. Like, I just want hair.
Ramen noodles.
I just want hair.
They make leaves for men now.
Yeah.
Don't you have to like weave it into something?
I think Kofi had to weave in tonight because his hair looked really
No,
weird.
he dyed his fucking hair
Why?
because he wanted to.
Oh,
They
now
look
they're
like the
gonna
inside of a golf ball.
match.
Why do people? This is my. I just don't understand why people have to question what they do. Who cares?
No, I
It's
was just teasing. I just tease it because there's always like when he changes his stuff, they're gonna make him have a hair versus hair match because they're gonna be mad because he can't match the toys anymore. It's like that's the stupidest shit.
Wearing Jackson Pollock t-shirts.
Yeah.
I loved everybody on Twitter tonight wanting a Hell No reunion.
Kane wasn't there to have a match. Kane's not there to wrestle. He was just there to divert or draw out the Fiend, and that was all it was.
Yeah, because Austin says, boy, he must have some real lenient mayor duties.
Yeah.
But it's not that hard to be a mayor of a town of about 3,000 people.
And he's basically Kane as the mayor, so fucking choke slamming people and shit.
It's for people pay to do that, and he donates the money back into the city, which whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
But
You had to go pretty far to get that fucking table. What happened to under the ring?
yeah, that's what they do. And he's winded. Look at he's
20 years old. He's
the fuck
fucking
is
miserable.
what the fuck is
Beat the living hell out of him. Fuck it.
they He just no-sold that chair shot. He just said, "Fuck
Doesn't
you! I'm
affect
gonna
me.
pick up. Now I'm gonna pick up the chair and I'm gonna pick up the table and I'm gonna hit you with it."
You got hit like 4 times by a chair. Just get up, get the table. Fuck
Right.
it.
Right? What the? Holy fucking shit!
See how easy it used to be to get a crowd going?
Yeah.
They're Hulk Hogan's running buddies, ladies and gentlemen.
What's wrong with that?
He's gonna.
I know, I'm
Oh,
just teasing.
dick.
Because I just remember Hogan knows best when Knobs always used to be on there. The one when he was babysitting the kids, they put his clothes on top of the roof or something.
I honestly didn't mind the Nasty Boys. I really didn't. I didn't mind Public Enemy either. I just hated all of the fucking shit that came along with them being there. Because every fucking match they were in was this kind of match.
You know who minded the Nasty Boys? The APA, apparently.
Oh, they
They
hated
hated
them because the would not sell anything to them. It said, "No, we're the ones who are the hot shots. You're gonna do what we tell you to do." And it's like, "Oh no, you don't do that with APA."
Well, it looks like they don't sell anything for anybody anyway.
No, they don't. And this is the problem with having this match right here, because now where do you go from here?
Yeah,
This
what
is
could
the
potentially
problem.
actually
This
hurt
is the
somebody.
problem. This is the problem with AEW. You give us these high flying fucking kinds of matches, and now you're essentially giving us what after this? What's
Yeah,
the main
It's,
event?
it's the law of diminishing returns,
I
man.
know what the main event is. I'm just saying. What's that?
It's the law of diminishing returns. Once
Right.
you
Yep.
go balls to the wall, anything else after that, you gotta go bigger and better. You're just gonna disappoint.
Well, at least the main event's got to be bigger and better than this.
Yeah, they blew their load already in this one.
I wouldn't say they blew their load because this match sucks, but hey.
By golly.
Okay, so I'm just going to say this. I wonder how his ass feels, because apparently his head hurts. It's fucking stupid. Did a pile driver on his ass. He did more damage to his ass than his head.
His fucking pants were falling down afterwards.
Look at, yeah, these two. That's where the spot is. This is the problem with WCW at the time.
World War III freaking 2 camera views.
No, fuck.
Well, this I don't mind because there's 4 people, so there's a street fight, so I don't mind the split screen.
It's not
Yeah.
60
Well,
It's not.
it's-
It's not. Yeah, it's not 30 people in one fucking ring, and they have it just sit on the fucking ring post.
But it's also like, I mean, so nowadays what they do is have the one camera angle and have the other two guys just sit there on the ground for like
Yeah.
10 minutes until it's their turn to go.
Right.
Sit
At
there
least,
and out.
at least there's constant action. I will give them that much. WWE doesn't do, like Baseman said. The other 2 guys are laying on the outside of the ring, not doing anything.
This is why I hate ladder matches now. One of my favorite match stipulation types has become just like snooze fest, except for the 2 people that have to have the spot in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck Dusty Rhodes is saying half the time. Fucking suffering succotash over there.
I don't think Bobby Heenan knew what Dusty was saying either, because he used to joke on him about that too.
Like the guy's been talking for like a minute. I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
Shivani's just there going, "Well, I'm just here."
Crushed between these 2 monster men.
He's got that southern drawl, and then he's got that kind of that Cody Rhodes lisp thing going.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like he's constantly fucking chugging moonshine.
Who? Dusty Rhodes?
Dusty
Yeah, Dusty Rhodes, yeah. If you will.
Okay, so he just threw a fucking Rubbermaid fucking garbage can at the guy.
There's been one wrestling move in this match, and it was through a table. It was a power bomb or a back suplex or some shit.
Oh, he's gonna. He just suplexed the table on top of it.
Oh my
Why
god!
is there just a random merch stand there?
Yeah.
It is a Japanese table too. One of those skinny tables.
Yeah.
I like the guy in the background with his hands on his hips.
What kind of shit show am I?
He's just like, I guess I should go behind this gigantic thing. Maybe my time out here is done.
Johnny Carson from the Tonight Show. Holy shit.
Why the fuck was he ever there?
I don't know. He wanted to get a closer view of the action, I guess. I don't know.
So yeah, this match has gone on long
Nick
enough.
Patrick, who's the referee? The guy I don't even know who the referee is anymore.
Mike Awesome. They're selling
You know it's
merch.
not Aubrey.
Oh,
What
God.
the fuck was that?
And he could have landed that fucking part of the table up his ass.
Pretty much. The ref's like, get this shit over with now.
10 out of 10.
Now they're using the merch stand as the dive board.
They both got hit with it. They just walk away.
Look at him. Look at him. Yeah, we're done here. We just put in our 7 minutes. We're going to go back and take a shower.
Fuck each other, probably.
We got a beer. We're going to find Luger's stash.
Gonna go to Johnny B. Bad's locker room.
Bobby Skaggs is like, my ass kind of hurts a little bit. I landed on the trash can.
Oh,
Look at the athleticism. Do a barrel roll.
There is no athleticism whatsoever in that.
4 t-shirts for sale at the merchandise stand. And 2 Macho Man hats.
I don't know. Look at the
Eat
replay
your
of the
heart
purpose.
out, Dan Gable.
Eat your heart out, Dean Ambrose. This is how a real hardcore match is done.
It's all fun and
Okay.
games until someone takes a spike to the eye. Then it's hilarious.
Hey man, meet Gene Okerlund, pizza pocket face. Got like a perfectly round head, and he looks like a just cooked pizza pocket.
Right.
And the number is blurred.
Talk to your peer. They're no longer either alive or employed by WCW.
Well, no one's employed by WCW anymore.
They'll work at AEW.
They work at TNA getting kicked off of Twitch.
Not true. They also work at AEW.
There you go.
DP's wrestling tonight, and he's going to be wrestling on Wednesday. So, what's this world?
Who in Impact or TNA works for WCW?
I know. I said
Nobody.
AEW.
They all work at AEW or WWE.
Dean
On the
Malenko,
track,
good
on the-
news is Dean Malenko finally grew into his head at 50 years old.
I do feel
I
bad
just-
for Malenko.
It's-
Apparently,
So
he has-
Conan said, I just want to say just one thing. What would have been funny if he went, olale, and then walked away.
Boy, he's wearing a gold garbage bag, first of all.
And he's looking
It's
below the
falling
camera. He's not
off.
looking at the
It's-
camera.
It's falling off of him. He's staring at the guy's feet.
Gene's like, dude, you gotta look up.
That kind of girth. I've dealt with girth before, me, Gene.
Well, he works for Impact now.
He's worked for Impact for years, Trek.
Yeah.
But before that, he worked for WCW.
Yes.
Mexico.
WWE almost, they didn't know who he was. I mean, Bruce Pritchard knew of him,
But he didn't know him as K-Man.
but he didn't know him as Conan.
No, K-Man.
Oh, K-Man. That's right. Because he didn't know him
So
as
he does
K-Man.
look like
He's
a
like,
Mexican caveman.
K-Dog or something like that.
oh, for
K-Dog.
fuck's sake.
Yeah, K-Dog. I think it was K-Dog.
Oh my god, please stop dancing.
Oh, yes, yes. Yes, look at him.
Fucking
Look
ma-
at him.
she comes out looking more Macho Man than Macho Man does. Look at this
Yes.
shit.
Bad's on fucking Jupiter, ready to wrestle.
Hey, it could be worse. She could be doing the floss.
Oh
shit.
my god. That is probably one of my most hated things in this world.
I wish the floss would die in a horrible house fire.
He's a bad man.
Yeah, the funny thing is that when you see the Energizer commercials on AEW, even the bunny and the robots are doing the floss.
Oh, Lord.
Energizer can eat my ass.
And they're renewed up for another 3 years, folks.
What?
Four.
What is going on
Four.
with this?
4 years.
Or,
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll fix their sound audio problems by then.
now WWE was having sound issues tonight as well.
I feel like this is like an advertisement for cocaine. This whole-
It is.
He's got frisbees and shit. Yeah, nice throw.
Stole the genius's gimmick, damn it.
Where does he keep getting these from?
Inside his cake.
Throw it,
Frisbees are
throw it to the hard camera side, just one time.
Throw it into the camera so I don't have to watch this shit.
6,600,000.
6 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sold all his diamonds.
Wendy.
The gun doesn't work.
We're at that stage.
Point it right at somebody's face, Kimberly.
I
Please.
said before, she's used to holding big black things, so she should be able to handle that real well.
Oh. This will last about a few minutes.
So all this man.
It's
What?
me, it's me, it's by my DVD. DDP Yoga.
This is actually a 15-minute match, I think.
Ronnie, please don't put that evil on me.
I'm serious.
Well, it's gotta be bad. It's gotta be.
It's true. That's true. That's true. It is Johnny B. Bad. We have sat through a 25-minute match.
Now I
Yeah.
challenge you to see when he actually does lines of coke in the ring, because there's gonna be moments where he needs to recharge on Mars.
You are correct. It is a 14-minute and 59-second match.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Yeah, because I think
You
the
might as well just say
Ric Flair match was the longest one on this one.
Yeah.
It's like, I know I treated you like shit. I know I'm a terrible person. Here's some roses, you fucking bitch. The cameraman.
Commercials hanging off of both of them.
Yeah. I think he just said the word cocaine.
That's all he's like a Pokemon. That's all he can say. Coke? Cocaine?
He's gonna be selling his cocaine on the WCW hotline later.
Telling you right now, he just lies in a fucking tanning bed, does lines. Just life.
He's dreading the debut of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Trek, I don't think Johnny B. Bad was in the company when Brock Lesnar showed up.
I think he
No,
was.
his wife
Yeah,
was.
Barbaro.
No, he wasn't.
No, but his wife was.
Yeah.
You know what happened there?
No, he was. He was there when Brock Lesnar showed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar stole his wife
Brock Lesnar beat his ass and took his wife.
Well, I was going to say, isn't Kimberly Diamond Dallas's first or second wife?
First.
First wife.
first and only, right? Isn't he not still married to her?
No,
No,
Diamond
they just
Dallas,
got-
he's married. He got married, and I think he's
And
divorced.
he's getting a separation.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
getting
he's
divorced.
separated.
He's getting divorced.
Yeah, he's separated from this second or third wife.
It's either me or the yoga, Dallas. The guy's like Spider walking through the house. I'm so flexible now. Look at this fucking asshole.
She's looking at him like, you can't beat his ass. Sit the fuck down.
You know, DDP, like now, he's got those like fish eyes, if you know what I mean.
Uh-huh.
They're all watery and dead inside.
We're gonna be getting a lot of this shit.
Oh, look at the speed of cocaine.
This is like, and we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna dance in the ring back to back.
Rub asses together.
You really feel the cocaine burn.
Feel the cocaine burn. Well, Wendy, pass the fuck out.
Ain't there fully yet. Almost there.
Off for the next 3 days. Excuse me.
I'd love to see this version of Mark Mero fucking star in like Tarzan. Fucking hilarious.
To be honest with you, that was supposed to be his gimmick in WWE.
Yep.
Took that nice.
He ducked through. You mean Diamond Dallas Page lifted up his leg so he could run under his leg?
DDP moved to the side. This is before the days of yoga, okay?
I know.
When he could hardly move. Now he's fucking Gumby. Dusty, I don't know what the fuck you're saying, but keep talking.
Hot times, baby, hot time.
The Downs
Fun fact
whisperer.
for you. Basically, you're gonna be sad about this. This is Johnny B. Bad's last match in WCCW.
I am going to be sad about this because he's been a point of fun for me. I've hated everything he's done, but
If next time you see him, it'll be at WrestleMania.
the fuck is the bingo? But that was their bingo card.
This was his. Are you sure this was his last match?
Yeah,
Where are you seeing that at?
on his Wikipedia page.
That's not always correct, Bobbit.
I'm gonna accept it. And he shows again, surprise.
I think Dusty has some of Mero's cocaine too.
See, the problem here is like with so much like roster fluctuation between WWE and WCW, it's almost impossible to like push anybody that's not like the main of the main card, because they might like turn around the next day to be on something else.
Well, that's happened, Luger.
That's not true, Bobbit.
Oh, this is his last pay-per-view match.
Okay, that's better. His last, because he wrestles the next night
On Nitro.
on Nitro. But guess who he wrestles? Basement's other favorite.
Sabu,
No,
Rey Mysterio.
the
No.
other favorite.
Oh God, my other favorite.
He dances.
Oh yeah, Disco Inferno.
Yeah.
Yes, my actual favorite. Disco Fever.
You almost made JP spit out of streak.
Guys, come on, we have to pay respect for Mark Merrill's last match. I mean, Johnny B. Bad's last match. She's wearing fucking Sasha Banks' uniform.
And I was right. Mark Merrill was not in the company when Brock Lesnar came in.
What about Brock Lesnar?
Because he returned back to WCW in 2000.
Who did?
Yeah.
Farrah.
Did he?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Because I watched both shows. Like, I'd watch one and then record the other. And
Because
then
he
I'd
went back
watch.
to WCW, then he went to XWF, and then to TNA.
Okay. I remember him in TNA.
Total non-stop ass.
TNA wasn't too bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't too bad. It would have been better
Didn't
if
they have the six-sided
would,
ring?
it would have been better if Jeff Jarrett didn't book himself to win every single fucking time.
He lost to Gilbert.
It's
Who did?
not a great career trajectory after Johnny B. Bad.
Mark Merrill?
Mark Merrow was... They tried, but they failed.
I can't believe he lost to
Getting up
Gilbert.
He just... The thing is, he had too much charisma.
I'm going to replace that with another C word.
Induced, now let me finish, induced by Kane. And then he was a boxer thrown into a wrestling ring. And it didn't translate for him very well. So Vince just turned him into a fucking boxer.
Yeah.
They tried. He tried. It just didn't work.
Yeah. Plus, he looks weird. Like, he looks like somebody that could kill, like, a bunch of kids. He's got this, like, weird, vacant face.
Right. I was thinking, I'm starting to wonder if these younger guys, like a Roman Reigns, or not even a Miz, I'm talking about, like, taking, like, they had match night with Robert Roode and Roman Reigns, and it just didn't, I mean, it wasn't bad, but it just didn't seem like it flowed very well. I'm starting to wonder if these younger superstars aren't listening to. You know what I mean? They're not letting the veteran lead the match like they should. I don't.
Well, the problem is, I think Roman Reigns has been pushed to be like the leader in the ring. Yet, literally, like Bobby Roode should be leading that. He's 40 years old. He's been around longer. He's done more.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, this, like I've seen this time and time again with Seth Rollins. Like he's just, I don't know, man. Any match that he has to lead is just. It seems like he doesn't want to fucking be there.
Well, it's because I think a lot of it could be that, or a lot of it could be the person that he's working with just doesn't want to work with him because they know that he's going to beat them. So why even whatever? I don't know. It's
Well, I mean,
just
the last match that I think was like his last best match was with Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. With Seth Rollins? I don't know. I can't remember. Like, everything else has been shit.
Well, that's because of what happened. I think that could be a lot of what happened. If you take away what happened at fucking the Crown Jewel and the pay-per-view before that.
I feel like Seth Rollins is getting to a place where he's at risk of not having an actual solidified character.
Mhm.
He's flip-flopped a lot and had a lot of goes as the face of the company,
Mhm.
and they've all been a bit similar, but still different.
Mhm.
Nothing's really stuck, and that for me is worrisome because, like, though Roman Reigns, you may not like him or whatever, at least they kept his character the way his character is.
He's being pushed hard again. There's, as you can see, they're don't be surprised if you don't win the Royal Rumble this year.
But I mean, okay, people are like, "Oh, it's what the Monday Night Messiah." How is it the same fucking thing as the Monday Night Rollins?
It is.
Just I don't know, under a different branding. He needs an actual character that he's going to stick with for the majority of his career.
I agree.
Back and forth. I mean, they fucked up by not turning him face when he should have,
Mm-hmm.
and after that, he's been floating in the water for like years.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. It's just something that I observed tonight. I'm like, why is Roman leading this match? It should be Bobby Roode. He's more experienced. He has more. I wouldn't say he's more talented. I think Roman's just a little more talented, but it's just the veteran and fucking Bobby. He's been all over the world. I don't know why they don't let him run the match. Like, I can almost guarantee you, Finn Balor versus Johnny Gargano, Finn Balor's going to take the lead in that match. I guarantee it.
Well, that happens time and time again in NXT. It boggles my mind why it doesn't happen on the main roster. You might be pushing somebody that's younger, but like you still have to realize that's where you being a veteran shines. You're in control of that match once the match starts.
Right.
Was this Bobby Roode's first night back after the suspension?
He came back 2 weeks ago, or was it last week?
I think this is his first in ring.
In ring, right? That's what I meant.
First in ring, but they're playing it off, and they're the whole wellness policy thing. People are like WWE should be fucking incorporating the wellness policy storyline. And like, why? It makes no fucking sense.
Those lines are too blurred between a lot of fans for like what's happening in real life and what's not. And it's good to pull from it every now and then, but it's also good to like separate from it when it doesn't serve anybody.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. It's like people and their ideas of what storylines they should run. It's just like, holy shit, man.
The one thing I will say that I have been impressed with WWE, though I'm not like the main roster's what it is.
Mhm.
They're at least like in this is the Royal Rumble. They're at least building towards, and they have not built towards the last two
Right.
very well. They were just like overnight builds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a shit ending. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I think-
All I can say is thank goodness it's over. I won $6,600,000. Yay!
You want to try saying that again there, Shy? Because you went on 6 different directions.
I said, Meryl's like, I won $6,600,000.
Goddamn right. How's he gonna spend it? I have an idea.
Oh, we know how
It's all white and it's all powdery.
No.
It's going up.
It's Christmas in Johnny B. Bad's locker room.
It's Christmas in Georgia, or wherever they are.
Well, he didn't win it. It's actually Kimberly's money. That was the storyline. See, that's the money. Diamond Dallas Page. You got to pay attention to the storyline. The storyline is that Diamond Dallas Page was buying all this glitzy stuff with her money. She inherited the money, and that was the storyline. If Johnny B. Bad won this match, she got her inheritance back. It's a weird, stupid storyline, but hey.
And he made sure the check was made out to cash. It wasn't made out to her.
Yeah.
Whoever cashes is rich as fuck.
This might actually be
He sure out the check out to Gilbert after he kicked ass.
She overlooked look on his face during these interviews. He's like, why do I gotta stand here and listen to this shit? He's like, are you done?
This isn't even Booker's favorite, most famous interview. I've seen his most famous one. That's coming up soon.
For Gene, he's like, what'd you say? Oh, you're still talking?
I love the amount of superstars that just sit in the back during a promo and flex.
Yeah. The British Bulldog tournament.
It's the go-to move.
What do you think about forearm fucking thingies here? Huh?
You seen this forearm? You seen this forearm? Pretty strong, isn't it?
Booker T thrown up to 5 times before he was 5 times.
So many problems going on.
So Sting and Luger, even Luger was with Dungeon of Doom. Like, yeah, him and Sting are best friends.
Try to figure that one out.
Yes, you're right again. You dumb bastard.
Got that Bianca Belair hair going.
Oh Lord,
Oh, just wait until what's her nut shows up with him.
Sherry.
Yeah, Sensational Sherry.
That leads to one of the best interviews of all time when Sherry tells him, "Nope, you gotta look at the camera even after you say it."
I don't remember that. I guess we'll see that when the time comes. I guess I don't know.
I fucking hate their in-ring gears. Have you seen my tits?
I gotta try not to laugh because I don't want to wake Glenn to go. Not too loud. Look at these fucking people.
The one guy in the black's like, "What the fuck?"
No, it's just these people that watched wrestling back then. I was one of them people.
I was 15.
In 96.
Oh, 96. I was 25.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was 25. In 86, I was 15. And I mean, the way some of these people are dressed in their hair, I mean, it does bring back some flashbacks.
Looks like you're scared by it.
I had Kimberly hair.
I had no hair. This is what I look like.
Just like today, then.
Essentially, you are correct, sir. The only
Dude, I
difference,
was
the only
15.
difference is I did not have gray. Well, yeah, I did not have gray hair.
I was 4 years old when this
In
aired.
fact, I think I dyed my hair blonde.
I was 16 when this aired.
This was all pre-Austin because he wasn't born until 99.
For once, me and Basement's the young ones on the call.
The Young Bucks.
No, please, God, no.
Yes.
No, they're the American.
Super Kick Party.
Well, that's what you got with fucking AEW on fucking Wednesday. Super kick
Lex
fucking.
Luger's like, get the fuck out of my way, cameraman. I'm pretty sure WCW kept.
Keep the mullet, but I don't want it curly, so I'll straighten it.
Who? Luger?
Luger.
WCW kept fucking baby oil in fucking business. These
Sure.
guys liquidy as fuck. They all look like they were just born super musty babies.
I don't know what fucking Lex Luger's doing.
I don't think
Guy
he
was
was-
So
in the
he-
ring,
he-
first of all, so they had to play it off like he was trying to get away from the ring. He doesn't want to be in the match.
King Booker. Before he was King Booker. Booker T was the better worker of the two.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Stevie Ray wasn't bad, but he wasn't great. Booker T was just a little better.
You know what's funny is Stevie Ray's when I got booked into the ring.
Henry Clothesline. So what do y'all think about Rocky Johnson passing away? Good talk.
It happened.
That's what I said.
It's sad, but I kind of thought it was coming because he wasn't in very good health lately, from what I heard.
The fucking guy was 76 years old. God damn. Everybody acts like it was like, oh my god, the guy died. Let's have a fucking national day of mourning. No, let's not say we did.
Well, it's like what happened with La Parca. Everyone started
I
flipping their.
know. I know. I get it. I
I
truly
guarantee you, half those people that were like, "Oh, Rip La Parca," you know, whatever, probably never even watched a fucking match with them.
Well, the thing with me was when they started showing, I guess, like on Twitter, they were showing like the old pictures of like when Rock was little and would go to watch him in the matches with Tony Atlas.
Mm-hmm.
And then like TMZ did a report And I think today was the first day Rock even commented on it.
Mhm.
But just the old videos and stuff, because I remember him and Tony Atlas and the tag team titles, and then just seeing him in the younger days, and then seeing the recent pictures. And like Truck said, he wasn't in the best of health.
Right.
And I know The Rock had gone and got him, I guess, like a specialized vehicle because he had some hip surgery and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But yeah, he was 76 years old. He wasn't a spring chicken.
Oh shit.
And I mean, with failing health and stuff like that, but I guess it's just because it kind of was like out of the blue, because you knew he was in not dire, like on his deathbed, because there weren't reports of it, but it was just I guess the shock and all of, oh my gosh, he's passed away. It's
Yeah.
somebody I watched when
Right.
I was a kid.
Right. I mean,
But you know what? He's 76 years old, but he's also like a wrestler that existed in the 80s
Right.
and 90s. So like they never really lasted too long. 76 is almost a blessing when it comes to those guys.
Right.
Yeah, look at the card of the first WrestleMania. Look how many of those guys are gone.
I don't even know what the first card of WrestleMania was.
It's like 3/4 of those guys are dead now.
Like who?
Andre the Giant.
Well, Andre the Giant.
Roddy.
Macho Man wasn't that first WrestleMania.
No, but Roddy Piper.
Roddy Piper. Paul Orndorff's still alive.
I heard he's in bad shape right
Yeah,
now.
Is he
he's
still
the last
alive? Is he
couple,
still- is he
yeah,
still alive,
pictures
though?
that they've posted of him.
Yeah, Shivani was talking about his podcast. He said, they said, why don't we see Orndorff anymore? And Shivani says he's not in the best of health. He's not doing well.
Okay, but he's still alive, right?
Yeah, he's still
I'm
alive.
just saying.
Well, I was trying to put that on Twitter. That's fucking disgusting.
What?
But see, it would look like La Parka passing away. I mean, his was due to an in-ring related injury
No,
that he
it
just
was-
never
it was-
recovered
It
from.
was an out-of-ring related issue.
Well,
That's folks,
Yeah.
we all know we're going to hell already.
Look.
We're gonna laugh.
With all the
Look.
Bowflex jokes, we're going to hell.
I watched La Parka. Parka was okay. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna sit here and say, you know, I hated him, but he was a guy that did a spot that the guy's like 240 pounds and he's like fucking 95. Why the fuck is he doing that spot? Didn't need to do it.
Especially on a concrete floor. I mean, that's awful anyway.
right.
But all these
Well,
fans,
I saw your tweet.
all these fans want to see that shit nowadays. And then when somebody dies from it, it's like, and then they're all.
But
It's just like, ugh.
Right.
I had a
saw like your
conversation-
tweet today with Darby Allen, where he
Yeah.
was saying that he wants, which he has said, if he dies, he wants to die in the ring.
It's just
He's
don't
23
necessarily
And then
years
fucking-
he's talking
He's
about
23
with
years old.
losing, he will die before he loses again. But he does those kind of spots, and we already
Yeah.
know he's been
So-
crippled before.
he's 23 years old. Saying that stuff doesn't really matter. He doesn't have the life experience to actually say that kind of shit. Give him a huge hospital stint and trying to get back from an injury that almost paralyzes him. I guarantee you his tune will change.
Yeah.
Like, yep. And I even tweeted at him. I'm like, really, dude? Why would you say that?
Yeah.
So you're gonna die. You're gonna die the next time you wrestle because he's gonna lose. He's not
Well,
gonna
that's
win.
what Vader said before he died. He says, I want to die in the ring, and he wanted to be in WWE. I'm like, that's not going to fucking happen.
But I also feel like when you're talking about the fans want like with La Parka and everything, I'm like, you know what? The problem is, and I had a conversation. It was with Gina about like why I don't like Rey Mysterio, because back in the day when Rey Mysterio was wrestling, I had much more respect for him then because he was the only person that wrestled that way.
Yeah.
Now his wrestling style is a dime a dozen, and all he looks like is a guy that's 50 years old doing moves that anybody else does, but they do it better.
Yeah.
So it's just like the mystique and then the aura around a guy like Rey Mysterio died as soon as everybody started doing flip.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me see. The Executioner, which was Buddy Rose, is gone. Tito Santana is still alive. King Kong Bundy,
Gone.
gone. Special Delivery Jones passed away.
Gone.
Ricky Steamboat is still alive. Matt Bourne, Doink the Clown, he passed away. Brutus the Barber Beefcake, how he's still alive, I do
Nobody
not
knows.
know. Johnny Valiant, he's passed away. Let me see. David Sammartino,
That was
he's still
terrible.
alive. Bruno Sammartino, he's still.
No, he died.
He passed away just
2 years ago. I think.
April 18th, 2018.
There you go.
Junkyard Dog, he passed away. Greg the Hammer Valentine, he's still alive.
No, he's dead.
Greg the
No,
Hammer
he's
Valentine is still alive. The Iron Sheik, we all know he's still alive. Nikolai
Yeah.
Volkov, Freddie Blassie, they're gone. Barry Windham, Mike Rotunda, they're still alive.
It's a lot of the guys that were like big beefcakes that are no longer with us because
Yeah.
most of them were naturally big beefcakes.
Andre the Giant's passed. Big John Studd passed away. Wendy Richter.
Still be alive, I think.
Yeah, she's alive.
She is, but my God, she needs to fucking do something.
I mean, how in the world is Lex Luger still alive? It's fucking a bunch of twigs stuck together by glue.
Who is that?
Lex Luger.
Leilani Kai, she's still alive. Fabulous Moolah passed away. Hulk Hogan's still alive. Mr. T's still alive. Jimmy Snuka's passed away. Paul Orndorff is still alive. Roddy Piper's gone. And Cowboy Bob Orton. Those were all the people at WrestleMania. Sorry, just pointing that out.
Oh, okay.
JP, I sent to you and Basement video. I think y'all would find it funny. I found it disgusting.
Right?
I'm using it in Robinson.
Does it involve defecation?
Oh God, why no, Bob?
It's last night's video all over
Let's see
again.
ballsack. Oh no, don't. No, I'm not gonna find this funny. Oh no, why am I watching this, man?
You're supposed to be watching Super Brawl 6.
Is this guy? No, he's not.
Okay, you know what, Bob? Why?
You seriously are a disturbed individual, Bobby. You need to go get a mental evaluation, like right fucking now.
That was just.
The dude is sleeping and he poops on his face. What the actual fuck?
And the poop just dangles for a while, and then it just slaps. It falls on the bed. I don't know why someone just water. Like that's my.
I have no idea. Ronnie's sitting there like, what in the actual fuck did I get myself
This is how
into?
good this is how good this match is. We're talking about weird videos and dead wrestlers.
It's not a bad match. It's not
No,
great.
It's like he's part of the fucking Harlem Heat.
Yeah,
We should
I know he
definitely-
does. He looks exactly like Harlem Heat, doesn't he?
We should talk about this during the Johnny B. Bad and Mark Merrow match, or we made Johnny B. Bad and DDP match.
I really honestly don't think our conversation has wavered too far away from what we were talking about.
Fucking Flopfest 2000. He turned the referee around just to see it,
Yeah.
and whatever.
I don't understand the philosophy there.
because they're facing them later tonight. They want to be the tag team who's been pretty much beaten down,
Here's the
I
thing.
guess.
Considering the first match, these guys literally hit each other with every foreign object in the world. How is this believable? You know, you get hit in the stomach with something and you're dead, versus getting hit in the face with a fucking Rubbermaid garbage can, every fucking foreign object known to mankind.
Right?
Suplexing tables on the people.
And here goes the old, this is WCW doing a run-in. Fucking bullshit.
By the way, so I heard about what happened with Jericho and Ambrose. That for anyone saying AEW is so innovative, that's straight out of WCW back in the day. That got Dusty Rhodes fired for doing that. So don't go saying that's innovative, folks. That's the copy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, what are you talking about? What, him poking him in the eye with the fucking thingy?
Yeah.
That's been done before. Look, I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to talk about it on Saturday. Everything in wrestling has been done.
Yeah.
So anybody sitting there saying that the AEW did something different by poking somebody in the eye, gouging an eye out with whatever, stop.
I just don't understand the mentality there. Like, in what way? You must not watch wrestling at all to think that this is the fuck. It seems I've not seen somebody had that conversation on Twitter, but if they did, it's like, is this the first time you watched wrestling and you're just on Twitter?
I haven't seen anybody I haven't seen anybody say that, but I'm just saying, if that's the case, it's been done. Everything in wrestling has been done. You tell me one thing that has not been done in wrestling, and I will quit watching wrestling.
We haven't had two male wrestlers butt fuck each other in the middle of the ring.
Okay, so aside from butt fucking in the middle of the ring,
yeah,
no. Just saying. I mean, come on. Everything has been done. The only thing that hasn't been done, I mean, somebody jumped off a scaffolding. Somebody jumped off a building into a fucking burning vehicle. Everything in wrestling has been done. You are not going to wow me with
somebody fell off the roof.
Yes, somebody fell off the roof and then showed up in a fucking match later. So
no, he didn't. He's dead.
Oh no! Don't say that.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Giant. I'm sorry.
I thought you were talking about the Giant too, and I'm like, oh no.
That's true. No, he did die. So everything's
Free
been done.
falling.
Oh shit!
That's his new theme song. But
we are going to hell. We got the express highway to hell.
He's coming out in the Rumble.
On a stretcher.
So is the Bowflex, I guess.
That's Chris Benoit, dumbass. But
no, I know. Just saying that everything's gonna be in the Rumble this year, apparently.
I hope so.
That'd be a 50-man Royal Rumble.
I mean, everything has almost all been done. I have not seen anything in wrestling that has not been done up like that.
Yeah, look, it's Akeem.
No, it's one-man game. You don't know what
Look
you're
at the flexibility of this guy.
You don't know what you're talking about. He's got bondage chains. That's what he's got. Ronnie, are you alive?
Yeah, I'm just watching the entrances coming in.
The what?
The guys coming in, the entrances.
Oh.
Oh God. Oh, good Lord.
Here comes super crazy. The fucking
straight into the Aztec, dressed in garbage bags.
Fucking Conan. I like the Conan that shows up later. That Conan is better. The Conan we see now.
He can speak well, but the character is not very good.
Well, it was something that he wanted to do, but The thing about Conan is he changes, though. So he's one of those guys that'll change with the times.
Well, I was going to say, when he dresses like the thug, that's kind of fits more of his character.
Right. He does. Conan's dressed like an Aztec warrior, right? Well, I mean, it does. He's from Mexico. The Aztecs are from Mexico. But because of what we know him as today, no, it don't fit. I'm turning in Bobby. Rolling around, in fucking baggy pants and fucking wife beater and bandana. That's the Conan we all know. But
And it was a better character style for him because he was more comfortable.
yeah.
Well, this one he looks like when you go to Vegas, like the hotels,
Yeah.
they're dressed up like Nefertiti's.
Yeah, he's the Aztec warrior. That's
He looks like a fucking
The
lampshade.
Vegas version of an Aztec warrior. Natural Aztec warrior.
I know that.
Nefertiti's.
Well, it's around that time. It's like award season. He looks like one of the statues.
Oh, jeez.
And the Emmy goes too.
Mac Moon.
So I do
Is
know
that hair on the back of his head? What the fuck is that?
it is. It is if I remember correctly. I think it is hair.
Do you think with all the bad blood with him in WWE, he'll ever go into the Hall of Fame?
Who?
Conan.
I didn't know Conan had heat with WWE.
I don't give a shit about the Hall of Fame.
All right, I'm gonna say this about that
I
too.
really don't.
I don't care. We're gonna talk about the Chris Benoit thing.
At this point in time, induct everybody. I literally don't give a fuck.
It's
Or don't. It means nothing to me.
no, I don't mean it to me either. At all. None of it does.
The only way it'll mean anything if there's a physical Hall of Fame.
There is a physical Hall of Fame.
It
WWE
won't do
has.
anything because it's not built to mean anything.
No.
They got everybody, random fuckers in there, and nobody cares. Like it's literally like such a. It's a Hall of Fame for a fake show, and it's done in such a fake way that it means nothing. They had the opportunity to do the Hall of Fame properly, and they never did.
That's why when Gina, I'm indifferent.
I was indifferent too when she put out that thing.
And the only reason that I'm indifferent is because
Because I don't care.
it's the WWE. We're talking about the WWE Hall of Fame. If we're talking about a legitimate Hall of Fame, yeah, he deserves to be there. But if you're talking about the WWE Hall of Fame, no, fuck him. I think I put a response on there too as to why. Just to,
Are you talking about Benoit?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, he's in that pro wrestling. I think he's in the one that oh, what's his name does? Apter does, I think.
Well, Bob Apter is more believable than fucking WWE's Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Because he actually puts time and effort into the shit he does.
Yeah. Oh no, I agree.
Right, but we've had this discussion before. If you're looking at a Hall of Fame, I mean, I know any sport figure, they have an ethics and moral clause of whatever their sport is.
Right.
But, I mean, for what he did in ring, that is what should be looked at.
I agree.
But here's the
And
thing.
that's not what they're looking at. And if you're going to go that route, then
Why
look
is-
at the ones that are in there that committed a murder or
Jimmy
beat
Snuka.
a spouse or.
Jimmy Snuka.
Jimmy Smith, yeah.
Snook was never
So I
actually
mean,
convicted
to
of
hold
murder.
that
I
against
understand
him
that,
because
but-
of that, or hold it against the son because he wants to wrestle, then you need to look at Tamina Snuka. Why is she still around?
Well, is she?
Well,
He is.
I mean,
Heard again, I
when
guess.
she does appear.
Look, the whole thing, and we'll talk about it tomorrow night, but the whole thing with David Benoit wanting to wrestle, I don't know why they aren't allowing him to come in as whatever. It's a free fucking country. And if you're not going to give the guy the fucking opportunity to come in and wrestle, if he wants to fucking do it, he's got to put in the work. He can't just fucking show up. I'm Chris Benoit.
Okay, so that's my argument with it, because I feel like he's reaching when he's like, oh, I want to use my dad's name, I want to use my dad's entrance, I want to do all this, and it's like, do you really? Because that to me seems like you're reaching to get clout outside of what you've earned.
Yeah.
Right. But we don't know. He might want to pay homage, but we don't know. I don't know why he wants to do it.
Well, if you want to wrestle, go out and wrestle.
Right, I
nothing
mean, you're
really
coming
stops you.
in with the name.
He's
And
just gotta-
that right there is already holding like a black light over you.
Yeah.
I feel like
Sadly.
go ahead and wrestle. He doesn't need to use the name. Make that was what the fuck was that?
I think he thought he was closer.
Yeah, that's something. You want to wrestle? Make yourself undeniable as a wrestler before you start pulling off. I want to use all these things, and it's like you don't need to do that to wrestle. If you really want to wrestle, you go ahead and wrestle.
Right.
Yeah, be your own person.
I think the reason why he wants to do it though is to pay homage. And then again, I don't know. Like I said, but I agree with you.
Good vessel.
He's got to put in the work. He wants
So
to do it.
it's like Dominic coming into the WWE and being called Rey Mysterio and using Rey Mysterio's entrance. Become more than what you are before you ask me.
Homage to the family name by letting himself being continued to call Benoit.
Come in
Yeah,
as David Benoit with your own fucking entrance and build yourself up on the indies. Make yourself undeniable. So WWE will, they will forego all this other bullshit if you're talented enough for them to take that risk.
I agree.
And right now, I don't think he is. I look at the guy; he looks like a fucking twig. I've never seen him wrestle, but I can't imagine it's great. Otherwise, I would have seen it.
He's only done a couple of indie shows, and it's only been 1 or 2 matches.
What are you talking about?
So apparently, the pipes in the fucking building are bad because every time somebody flushes the toilet, we get a little something drifting down here.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez.
Fucking-
Always want to never hide a thing. I'll hide in everything.
No, because I remember a sign falling off fucking WWE. So what the fuck was that?
Fuck it.
He's so good. I love him.
Now,
This is-
remember,
this is
just
something that's
imagine
missing.
if they used those spikes on Moxley's eye.
Well, yeah.
Say it again.
I said, just imagine if they used those spikes that the Road Warriors just had on their outfits.
It'd be
Look out
innovative.
Moxley's eye.
It'd be innovative.
I feel like this is what modern day wrestling is missing. They're missing that. I mean, Gene Okerlund, that person that has the personality behind the scenes. Now you just got a bunch of fucking good-looking women that can't sell a personality to fucking do anything with.
And
Right.
they just introduced a new one tonight, a new interview. I forget her name already, and it's like she's just.
Ashton.
I can't
Why
really-
are they all like
Good lord.
attractive women? Get somebody with a personality. Whether it's a woman or a man, I don't care, but that's needed. Because then the wrestlers play off it. The wrestlers can play off somebody if they have a personality.
Do you know why they do it? because the NFL does it. They have fucking Aaron Andrews and fucking what's her fucking face on the fucking sidelines.
But it's different. Like if they're gonna come in and tell
Pam
reel off
Oliver.
like legit stats off of like how are you feeling tonight? Like why are you there? You might as well be a mic stand with tits.
Right.
Right, but wasn't Aaron Andrews the one that I guess went on that crusade that they should let women in the locker rooms to interview and to be on the sidelines and to be where the men would go for interviews and stuff like that?
I don't think Aaron Andrews was that person, but she may have been. But she didn't go. She didn't like fucking go all feminazi on it. She didn't.
But I feel like if you're gonna be in wrestling, which is entertainment based, you have to be entertaining if you're gonna be on TV.
Mm-hmm.
And Kayla Braxton and that other blonde girl and literally anybody that works backstage does not have that. It's like we don't want your personality. We want you to ask the questions that are scripted to you, and that's it. The wrestler's personality will sell it, but it doesn't work, man.
So Alicia Atout, I think that's her fucking name, Atout or whatever. Chris Jericho came backstage. I don't remember if it was this week or last week, and she comes up. She goes, "Yeah, I wanted to talk to you." It's like, okay, what? Like, what are you gonna do? Beat the fuck out of him if he doesn't talk to you? What the fuck are you talking about? And then they have her show up scantily clad. It's like,
yeah,
come on.
They're all scantily clad, and it's all that's it. That's their character.
I mean, I get it, but Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, here we go. Fucking, they're really rolling right through these fucking matches, aren't they?
Yep.
Look, he is beating the fuck out of him. Oh, and speaking of that, fucking Daniel Bryan versus The Fiend will be a fucking strap match. Yeah.
So basically, he's got to get pulled down into the ring with the Fiend, and we're going to knock he half the match.
Man, I was really surprised when AEW did Bash at the Beach, and then you have like literally a woman as a prop who's out there as this like buxom babe bikini girl, and nobody said anything. But I guarantee you, if that shit was on WWE,
oh, there'd be women harping all over it.
Yeah,
I'm surprised for AEW like billing itself as the progressive ones to do that. I don't know.
I again this week.
I mean, to me, it doesn't matter, but I'm surprised that there wasn't an uproar somewhere.
Oh, I was
this
bitching.
shit.
I was bitching.
I just thought it was funny seeing Marco Stunt go right alongside the big ass beach ball.
I don't understand the concept of the fucking show. Was it a fucking pay-per-view or was it fucking Dynamite?
I'm 100% okay with what they're doing, because if they're only going to do 4 pay-per-views a year to kind of like amp up like the production value on some of the Dynamites and like pay homage, I can't get mad at that. I did enjoy the fact that they did a little bit of something and they amped up the stage a bit to make it look a bit different. The only thing that surprised me was that it seems to go against the mantra of AEW to have this fucking bimbo up on the lifeguard station as literally a prop.
Yeah, I didn't.
Well, they did say on
and then not act.
Right, but they did say, the Young Bucks did say in a recent interview, being that they're only doing the 4 pay-per-views, they know they need to amp up the Dynamite shows.
They're really dead. To me, it didn't do anything.
I didn't mind it. I thought it was a decent show, but I will say like that was the one thing I saw when I was watching it. I was like, oh man, knowing the AEW audience should be all over this, because it's legitimately 100% against what they preached.
Yeah,
Right, but even with this show too, because they did promote it as this was going to be like a two-parter,
Yeah.
which is going to lead into next week with them on the cruise. But like I was talking to Austin, they had the match this week with Moxley in his match and Pac with his match, when you already got the ranking system as Moxley being your number one contender, but then they have the match, and then these two are going to fight to see who's going to be the number one contender.
I am so confused
Well,
by
there's a
all of
loss of
these.
sense there because like Pac just comes out and says, "Well, now I'm the number one contender because
Right.
you're half." Like, no, that's not how it works. You need a governing body to come out there, somebody that's in control of the show, and say, "Well, because now he's injured, he will not be wrestling. The next number one contender is Pac," and then have him come out. But don't have Pac just dictate that he's now fucking going for the championship.
Yeah, I
Because then
Well, and they even did that with the tag team match. I mean, they even said Kenny Omega and Hangman Page, the number 4 ranked team, they win it, which now puts them as number one contender to face SCU next week.
why do they even have rankings if they're going to keep fucking doing this shit?
Right,
I
and
just
it's
do
not.
not
I mean, it's
understand
not
it.
the first time they've done it. They've done it with the women. They've done it with now the men with Moxley.
I can't even talk
Pac,
about the women,
And now
man.
they've done it with the tag team.
Well, I mean, the whole Moxley Pac thing makes literally no sense because
No.
then you want to fight for a championship. What you need to do is injure the number one competitor. Come out there and run them over with the car.
And then shave their head.
It just doesn't make sense.
Cut
I
that
mean,
off.
there's so many questions where it doesn't make sense.
Well, not only that, but they botched the women's division for the very beginning because the what is it? The last two number one contenders couldn't be there for what, 2 weeks? It's like, come on,
I
guys.
can't even talk about the women's division. I really can't.
The women's
It's-
division is it
It's
is what it is.
unwatchable. It's the worst fucking thing, wrestling-wise, on television.
Yeah.
The
I
concept
It's
is
a strap match between Daniel Bryan and Kofi. Why? He's already a fucking character. You have to give him this-
Boy, Basement, you are cutting out like bad. What?
God damn it. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you're cutting out.
I'll be back and hang up.
okay.
I was going to say it's not robotic like Bobbit. It's just
No.
more staticky.
He said he had problems with it last night too.
Yeah, Skype's been an issue.
Okay, you
Said
sound
waste.
better now.
Yeah, it sounds better now.
Yeah.
What I was saying is, you've got Daniel Bryan and The Fiend in a strap match. The Fiend is already a fucking character. Like,
Yeah.
why do this? It's been a Hell in a Cell. Now a strap match. It seems like he's only going to wrestle in these fucking gimmick. He is a gimmick, wrestling in gimmick wrestling matches all the time. It's too much.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be like I said that they're gonna do half the match, then the Fiend is gonna pull him down to the underneath the ring. You're not gonna see the rest of the match, and then he's just gonna pull him back up. He's gonna pin him, and that's gonna be it.
You have
But a strap match shouldn't even exist.
I agree.
This day and age, it's such a shitty idea, and it's
Right.
never been a good match. I've never seen a good strap match.
Especially if PG. If WWE's PG, you can't go full tilt with it anyway.
You know what? Yes, you can.
I mean, how much like what, you can't beat the guy to death? That's
I
rated
mean,
R.
No, because everyone associates strap matches with blood and stuff. That so that people
You
bitch and
can
moan and say,
have
I-
blood on a
I
PG
associate
show.
I associate it with a guy hitting the other guy with a strap.
Yeah.
That is the only thing that people will see in that match.
Yeah.
And why a strap would hurt him when he's literally been killed in the middle of the ring with the sledgehammer? It makes no sense.
Correct. Correct. And I completely 100% agree with you.
Well, I
So
hope
why don't they just do a match and then do what they're doing on AEW? Just get the 10 lashes.
yeah.
Or why not just do a match and have it be like no rules, and if you want to use a strap, use a strap. But a strap match just means something. I have no interest in watching.
Right, it's just they're strapped to each other. It's like a chain match.
It's the exact same thing. Garbage.
I honestly don't even want to see the Cody Rhodes 10 lash thing. Like,
Well, see, and that's what because even with I'm sitting here Wednesday night with Austin after he got home, and I'm sitting here going, okay, so what's the stipulation? If he wins everything that MJF has as a stipulation,
then he's
just going to stand in the ring and take 10 lashes.
So
but apparently that's what he's just going to do. He's just going to stand in the ring and take 10 lashes.
Yes.
Yeah. He doesn't. I don't think he has to win. I don't know what the stipulation is because I quit paying attention.
So I know the 1 week he's got. I think it's the cage match, and then the other. I guess he went to stipulation 2, and he said the 10 lashes, and then the other stipulation was he can't touch MJF till Revolution.
Well, those are the 3 stipulations. Yes, the first.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And I think he's just got to have a match with Wardlow. He doesn't have to win, which he will win. Yeah. But I think it didn't say that he had to win. I don't think.
Oh, see, I thought he had to win the cage match in order to have the match with MJF at Revolution.
But the whole purpose of the thing is to give 3 weeks of
3 weeks of build.
3 weeks of build that is everybody knows what's going to happen, or at least what anticipates what's going to happen. It's something that they need to do if they're going to have only 4 pay-per-views, and it's a way to do it. And the fans are invested. I mean, not all of them, but most of the fans of AEW are invested in that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, like for tonight, because you said the stipulation with Daniel Bryan and The Fiend is a strap match. So just have the regular wrestling match, and then whoever wins can then use the strap on whoever. Because, I mean, like Trek said, you're probably going to get part of the match, and then he's going to drag him down into the underneath the ring, and then you're not going to see anything once they're down underneath till they come back up.
Yeah. I mean, they did the same shit with The Undertaker where he was a gimmick, and they did a gimmick match with him all the time with Buried Alive, casket matches. It's the same idea, but it just doesn't translate or work well now because what the fuck is a strap match? I guarantee it's literally no wrestling that wants to be a strap match.
The strap match is probably going to last like 10 minutes.
And if they break the ring, they'll take 10 minutes to fix the ring, and they'll introduce everyone for the Rumble and have them stand outside first.
How much you want to bet that that's the last match?
Yeah. Which is a shame because the Rumble should always be the last match of the night.
No, not always.
I think this year the Rumble should be because the championship's being defended.
I do agree with you, but the Rumble has not always been the last match.
And nor does it need to be, but this year, yes. And they're building the Rumble decently, or like at least trying.
No, I agree with you.
Saying, I want to be in it, or, I'm going to. So you got Drew McIntyre, you got Brock Lesnar starting it off, being built decently, so it definitely should end the night.
Yeah,
they haven't done nothing for the women's Rumble, have they?
Say it again?
Have they done anything for the women's Rumble, or is it just happening?
They've said no, actually, they haven't really.
I don't think they've said anything. Just there.
It's just.
It's going to start the show, right?
It's going to start the show. The men's Rumble will probably be the main event. But I wouldn't be surprised if that match goes on last because they're going to. Well, no, I don't think so because. The beginning of the show, the Fiend came out from the ring. So I don't think you're right on that one. I don't think they're going to destroy the ring.
I don't think it will either, but I do feel like Rumble's going to main event, and you might see that as the second last or third last match.
Yeah, well, Brock Lesnar's it is. That will be the last
Roman
match.
Reigns and Baron Corbin, which will be one of the last matches too, I think.
It'll be right up there. Becky and Asuka is probably going to be up there.
I'm actually looking forward to that match.
I'm not.
Really, it's had a solid build. I'm just saying of all the matches, it hasn't been bad. At least they have
Do you
reason.
want to know why though? Because it's predictable.
Okay, Asuka should win. If
Asuka should
wins,
win, but she won't.
But if she wins, how would you feel about it?
I would be shocked, to be honest with you.
I feel like there's more gas in the tank for Becky Lynch's storyline.
I was not out of my freaking mind.
Well, because if she beats her, where does she, like, I don't know. I just feel like there's gas in the tank for them to do another match if she loses it to Asuka.
Yeah, I mean, if I was booking that match, I would have Becky lose. I would have Becky lose the title. Because then that would put her in the situation, I can't beat Asuka. And then
that would
be
the match at Mania.
Then you build Becky's, but you don't throw her into the fucking Royal Rumble.
No. She loses, she's out. Mania, she gets her rematch.
Well, have her win the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, that works.
But I just got this feeling they're going to have to hold it till fucking WrestleMania.
Yeah, because I have a feeling they're going to want to do, like, Ronda Rousey if she's back.
I don't know, man. Everybody's thinking Shayna Baszler. I don't even think Shayna Baszler's winning the Rumble.
I mean, in my opinion, Shayna Baszler versus Becky Lynch, I'd much rather see Asuka versus Becky Lynch while Asuka is the championship.
Agree.
Actually, from what I understand, they're not even planning on using NXT people in the Rumble this year.
And
I don't think they should.
They shouldn't use any. They should just use 30 people. Like I said, they should use 30 people that WWE has an inkling of who they think. You know what I mean? Sure, you're going to throw in your spotty guys like Kofi Kingston and fucking John Morrison's going to be in it. Those guys. But your final four should be the guy that's the top guy, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins,
the Swerve guy,
the Swerve guy who wins it, who nobody expects to fucking win it because of fucking Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and fucking whoever. Because Brock Lesnar's going to get eliminated by, and I'm hoping it's Drew McIntyre, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I actually think Brock Lesnar, and I'm going to be excited to see how this happens, is going to last till the Final Four and then get eliminated. But I think it's going to be Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre. I don't know, one other. I can't. Maybe Seth. What? I don't know.
It could be. Cain Velasquez just said he's in it, so it could be the Final Four, and then
No.
What happens is he eliminates Brock, and Brock pulls him out, and then it goes down to Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns, and Drew McIntyre eliminates Reigns and wins.
Well, you got to imagine, like, he wins, he's the champion, which kind of defeats the purpose.
No,
it's for the belt.
No, it's not. It's not for the
belt.
What? No.
Didn't he say it was for the belt?
No.
Okay, well, thank God, because that's fucking bullshit. You don't want to have the champion entering first and the belt on the line?
And my thing is whoever
that's what they said, though.
Whoever eliminates Brock Lesnar, Brock will want his revenge at WrestleMania, and that's who he will face.
I told Austin it's going to be Shane McMahon that wins it.
Oh,
God. No, Shane McMahon won't win the Rumble. No.
I hope he does.
It's going to be Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, and then like fucking. I don't think AJ Styles will be there, but
I honestly feel like with the Royal Rumble, for me, if I was booking it, anybody that's wrestling that night outside of the Rumble is not in the Rumble.
It might be Kevin Owens.
Yeah, that's my second. Like, Drew McIntyre and Kevin Owens are my two top picks because those are the two guys we haven't seen face Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. I wish, but I wish that'd be the case, but I really don't know what they're gonna fucking do. I'm worried about who they're gonna have eliminate Brock Lesnar, and then people are like, the win. It's gonna be Charlotte. I think Charlotte's gonna fucking win the Rumble. That's my preliminary pick.
Yeah, I could see that 100%.
So
I think Keith Lee's gonna be in. He's not gonna win it, but he's gonna actually be in. He's gonna be like what AJ Styles did that one year and just like last as long as possible, and then get a big push after that.
That's where I'm okay with them using NXT talent. Maybe have like 2 to 3 guys that show up in the Rumble that are NXT talents, and that's it. Not 10.
Well, Keith Lee's gonna show up. Keith Lee will be there. I guarantee you that.
Keith Lee will be there.
Matt Riddle.
No,
I think Matt Riddle. I think so.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I think Goldberg's gonna be in the fucking Rumble.
Oh, good lord.
He might.
There's rumors that Taker might be in it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Regardless, I'm mad. Like they've piqued my interest for the Rumble, and that's all I really ask.
They have enough people to where they don't need to bring in nostalgia acts to be in the Rumble.
But I'd prefer the Rumble to be filled with guys that are all mid card or above.
Mm-hmm.
Like not these No Way Jose's and people that it's just like fucking you. They're gonna maybe you could do 1 or 2 like gimmicky guys that just come in and get thrown out.
Right. Well, you're always gonna have those.
Right, and we like JP said, we're gonna get Kofi because he's gonna do the outside the ring to get back in. Same with Naomi.
Well, John Morrison.
Yeah, that spot.
John Morrison did that shit before Kofi Kingston did.
Yeah.
Right, but just to keep that going, and Titus is going to be in it.
Yeah, they're going to do that.
They're going to do the world slide shit with him. I bet you.
They will.
After it's all died out, they're going to be like, yeah, let's go back to the well. It's like it's the worst version of comedians. I'm going to tell a joke that was funny 10 years ago, but nobody cares about it anymore. WWE.
It's like the vaudeville joke.
But they have the roster to not have like people that are wrestling the same night be in the Rumble.
But again, I don't mind them doing it. Because you got to have them top guys in there, or else you're going to lose interest.
I'm okay with some of them, like Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns, but not like I've seen Rumbles where it's like 15 of the guys are already wrestling in the night. So.
Right, and like I said, I don't mind Roman Reigns. I don't mind Seth Rollins. I don't mind. Well, he's not wrestling. They aren't having a match. At least I don't know if they are or not. They haven't said anything. So, fucking Road Warriors are beating the shit out of Lex Luger. Interesting.
We missed it, but they did the interview with the Giant, Mean Gene. The Giant walked off, and they came back in and scared the shit out of Mean Gene.
Right to the face.
That's funny, too. Mean Gene.
Right, and here's a team that's wrestled already for the night, and they're back in wrestling again.
Well, that's the way Eric Bischoff had whoever booked is because Sting is their workhorse. And they're trying to push Luger and Sting right now. It's like one of their.
I watched an interview with Triple H, and he's like, when I was in WCW, and he was talking about like the contract that they offered him, and he's like, that place was just a mess.
Yeah.
He's like, the place was a mess when I was there, and they offered me $50,000, and I think it was like 4-year contract or something. And he's like, at the time, it was he's like, to me, it wasn't big money, but to a lot of people that are going to hear this, it is. But he's like, it's just like he rejected the offer to go to WWE after a conversation with Vince McMahon. But like, I mean, for him saying it was a mess then, and it just became more of a mess, like you can tell it's messy as fuck.
Right. They're Sting, Lex Luger, Ric Flair, Hogan, who else?
Nash.
No, before this is I'm talking.
Oh.
This is even before them guys get there.
Savage.
Savage, they were all their top earners. In fact, Hogan made a penny more than Sting did.
Yep.
And Bischoff would not, when Sting, and this is where the Sting thing, when he became Crow Sting, was it kind of built in reality because Sting was a little frustrated with WCW because he always put him on the back. You'll see it. They put him on the back burner because Hogan was there, so they could just go with him.
Yep.
Well, in the interview, Triple H basically says he was sold from Vince McMahon's offer when he offered him outside of what money was. He's like, you want to be great if that's what you're looking for. We've got the opportunities here that are available to you. And he also talks a lot about like the DX shit that they did and how like close that was to not happening and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. And he literally.
But you could see like WCW cling to the past too much. When wrestling was moving forward, they just wouldn't let it go. They always felt like a 50-year-old man trying to be hip.
And they kept falling back to Ric Flair and Hogan all the time. They always fell back to them. And Sting wasn't that old, but they just kept falling back to them guys because. And that's why the New Blood thing, when we get to it, was actually a good idea. But they had Vince Russo running the fucking show. So the concept kind of got fucking warped. But it was a good idea.
Vince Russo's a fucking retard, man. Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Right.
That's exactly how I feel with that guy.
No, but he drove 3,000 ideas, and two of them, like you said, would fucking stick, and that they'd run with it. But then Vince would throw his own wrinkle into it, which made it work.
Yeah.
But with WCW,
hey guys,
yes,
Bob.
What?
I'm looking at the Superstars page on the network.
Yes.
And they actually have Killer Cross listed on here.
Yeah, he's supposed to be coming in for the Rumble now.
Yeah, they interviewed Triple H, and he's going to be in NXT.
Well,
is what I read.
I heard that they talked. There's no definite sign as of today. So I don't know. And if he signed, then he signed today. Because, yesterday. Well, it's going to piss people off.
I mean, for me as it goes, it's like I never really watched him beforehand. I know of him. I've seen like one or two of his matches.
He's one of the hotter free agents. Everybody.
I know he is, but it's just like I don't know. It is what it is. It's not going to make me feel like the Rumble is that much more important for him being in it.
No, he's not winning it.
No,
they have like an AJ Styles thing going on.
Yeah. And
I don't think anybody's
Scarlett's in
expecting a win.
NXT.
Scarlett's gonna be his ballet then probably.
That's not true. I've heard he's not going to be in NXT. They're going to put him right on the main roster.
Yeah.
They're going to throw him right
What are they going to do with him, though, man?
The
main roster is so flooded with talent.
Yeah, well, they might send... Well, Mike Kanellis apparently was working down in NXT.
Yep.
So.
I mean, WWE literally does not need to sign anybody. They have that much talent at this point in time. They don't need to be signing anybody because I fear for whoever gets signed at this point of just being middling for like 2 to 3 years before they have an idea of what to do with them.
Well, we had questioned what they would do with Tyler Breeze, and I saw they're putting him on 205.
Yep.
He was just in a match with
Tony Nese.
The triple threat for the
tonight was Daivari.
What?
Tonight that it was, well, last week it was Breeze versus Tony Nese. This week it was Breeze versus Arya Davari.
I don't give a fuck about 205 Live. Anyway,
205 Live is like the main event of the network.
they're still doing that show? Just saw
Yeah,
that's
it's
on.
Should have ended
Yeah.
some time ago.
They don't even have a strict broadcaster list. Tonight it was some guy and it was Mansoor or whoever it was. I'm like, they really are letting it go to shit.
Okay, so anyway, the cruiserweight match on NXT was him, Leo Rush, and
Well, Scott.
Isaiah Scott. Swerve.
Yeah.
And Leo Rush ended up winning. So
No, Scott won.
Tyler Breeze, they're not doing anything with Tyler Breeze. Essentially, they're
The thing is, if NXT never really like highlighted him as a champion, he's not going to be a champion anywhere else.
Yeah.
No, NXT is it's like Raw or SmackDown in terms of talent.
Mhm.
He's not going to break through that.
No. They've got their people. They're gonna run with them.
Yep.
But Killer Cross, I've heard he is really, really good. I've never seen him wrestle, so I don't.
Well, I'm more concerned with what he can do on the mic. I don't give a shit anymore about what they can do in the ring
I
because they
agree.
can all do everything in the ring.
I agree, but that's what I'm saying. I've heard he's really, really good. I heard he can talk.
And hopefully he can. I'm like that's going to be the exciting thing in seeing him. But like at the same time, I don't have the same excitement for him that I would have had for other people. I guess that could have been in the Rumble, and I still think it's a mistake for like no people. Everybody knew John Morrison. Like I mean, the guy is going to be what he is. What he is.
Yeah.
He's on SmackDown. He's teamed with The Miz. You got two guys that couldn't kill a fly
Right.
in a tag team. That makes sense. Who's hurting the other team? Well, these guys are flipping around or fighting pillows.
Right. This match sucks. Jesus Christ. Thank God.
Well, getting back to the Billionaires Club versus the New Blood, it was supposed to be Russo versus Bischoff, and then I believe they told Bischoff, like, no, we're not going to have you face each other, we're going to have you team up. I'm like, then what the hell's the point anyway?
No, what had happened was, did you even pay attention to this storyline? It's all
Gone.
story, man. So what happened? What happened was and when we get to it, the outside, essentially, Eric Bischoff was working with the New Blood. That was the storyline. That was the plan all along. Only because they wanted fucking Russo to. This shit show. So that match ended in a fucking no disqualification. It ended in a fucking double count out.
Yeah. Oh, woman. Yeah.
That woman must have been smoking marijuana because normally people would jump for that. Just all of a sudden,
I love how he just stands there, and then it's like a volcano erupting.
he just hands.
Woman, me man, fuck.
She was a very good manager, though. I really liked her.
That was not English.
Yeah.
Zow.
I love when she used to flirt with Mean Gene. Mean Gene's like, okay.
Look at her.
Holy shit.
And he's like, You want to try that again in English?
Is this when she was still with Sullivan?
No. He might be. I'm not sure. Look at me, Gene is trying not to fucking laugh. It's like, why does this guy gotta be yelling at me all the fucking time? Look at me. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Lovely.
Mean Gene. Oh my god. I wonder if he's gonna have an interview with fucking Macho Man. Because that's his opponent.
Oh, God.
Oh, good lord.
Characterize.
Heenan's just like, I'm too old for this shit.
Bobby's like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Bobby's like, where's my beer?
Bobby didn't drink beer, he drank vodka.
Here's his vodka then, because he got, like you said, the Hog Wild coming up, he got shit faced.
He was shit-faced, yes. So
I hate cage matches.
well, the last two matches are cage matches.
I know. I just hate them.
40 minutes of cage matches.
Yeah.
I mean, the Ric Flair Harley Race fucking cage match was pretty good. You remember that one? Ric Flair move. Ric Flair move.
Yeah.
Ric Flair.
Cocaine through your TV.
Oh no, that's the next fucking pay-per-view.
Oh no.
Uncensored.
And it's like considered to be the second worst pay-per-view WCW ever fucking did.
Yes.
Which means it's gonna be glorious then.
Okay, here's Miss Elizabeth. And she just said haywire individual.
Oh, God.
Here he comes.
Okay, you gotta watch where I put in the horny goat chat, because that was a really good Mean Gene interview, and oh my gosh.
Can we
He
watch
almost kept
this
it together
first?
at the end, he lost his shit.
Can we watch this first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, that's why I put it in the horny goat chat so you can watch it later.
I probably won't watch it. Sorry.
No,
I love
that's
how it's like constantly shaking. Macho, what the fuck are you talking about?
you're talking about Macho Madness. The fuck?
If I was Mean Gene, I'd look. Can you translate for me?
It's just like, please don't lock
Stand
me
in front of me.
again.
It's like, why are you on this side now?
Oh, fucking Macho Man.
Elizabeth's like, please don't lock me in the dressing room again.
What?
He used to lock her in the dressing room all the time because he was like paranoid.
That's not true.
That's what Pritchard was saying one time, that he already locked her in the dressing room one time because he was so damn paranoid.
He got past that when he got to, because them two are actually divorced.
I know, I just joke around like the first time that he.
They are. The cage looked like it was gonna fall apart before they even put it on. Fucking...
It was like they need to fix it because it was about to like land on a ring post.
Yeah, it was flimsy and fucking.
It was tiny.
Tony Sharp.
Bobby Heenan's like, fuck.
Fucking Heenan.
I miss Bobby. I miss him. Oh, good lord.
This fucking Tony Schiavone's looking like this guy does not know what he's talking about.
It sounds like this.
Dusty Rhodes is like, can we shut this fucking guy down?
It sounds like this. I wish Bobby was still healthy and around that he could have a podcast because the stories he could fucking tell would be amazing. Imagine him and Conrad doing the podcast. Holy shit!
Him and Conrad?
If Bobby was healthy and still around and do a podcast with Conrad, Conrad would be laughing his ass off more than he does with Pritchard and with everybody.
Oh God, not Michael Buffer.
I love him. Let's get ready to eat my ass. I'm telling you right now, I want to see a whole show devoted to his personal life. Let's get ready to fuck.
The microwave.
I don't know if I want to anymore.
Does he still call it the UFC?
He does this every time he wants to get something. Let's get ready to buy a chocolate bar.
We get toilet paper.
Everything he does would be that.
There's a fire back there.
Out of my pocket first. 25 cents! I'm gonna need 5 of these to pay for this chocolate bar.
That's how much they paid to get that steel cage made.
Seriously. It's flimsy as fuck.
Oh, I've seen that interview. You know, fucking watch that.
With Mean Gene and Wendy Richter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's not funny. It was stupid. But
It was funny his reaction at the end.
Richard Claire.
It's a fight down.
There was another one when he was in the AWA with Jesse, and like Jesse was teamed up with some guy, and like the guy was trying to break the board, and Jesse and him just couldn't take it anymore, started laughing, and walked off camera.
Yeah.
That one's good. I gotta find that one.
This match is fantastic.
No, there are definitely winners in the cage match. Yeah,
Not the audience.
that's definitely true.
He's pointing out, who's got the coke?
Jeez. Pritchard goes, he was too cheap to do coke. He was too frugal with his money to do cocaine.
Yeah, it looks like a car wash.
He would steal it from people.
He probably would, yeah.
That or he probably sniffed Comet.
What was that?
Either that or he was sniffing Comet.
He was.
He just snapped into a Slim Jim.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, what's gonna happen on the outside? Who cares? The cage.
You think this cage match is bad? There's one coming down the road with him and Hogan that's really bad.
They're all bad. There's I guess I'm not gonna wrestle. Fuck it, let's go
Look
back.
at that fucking door on that fucking thing. Ric Flair. He's gonna run, he's gonna jump, and he's gonna leap over the fence.
If I were in the audience, I wouldn't want to be in the front row. I'd be afraid the cage was gonna fall apart on me.
Yeah, it's pretty poorly made. I'm not gonna
Look
lie.
at that piece of shit, man.
But they have it held up by cables. It'll fall apart.
Held together by duct tape.
Screw it. I'd be afraid the door would fall on me. Look at that thing.
Coming for you. Coming for you. You coming for me?
And this is
I'll go
why
back
this
inside.
match lasted fucking 20 fucking minutes because of this shit.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, this was the longest match on the card.
It is.
What? Well, I thought he was talking to Macho Man.
Yeah, I
Me
did
too. I did.
Come over here, kiss the real man. Okay.
For a second, I thought that blonde was Deborah.
Come on, man. No personality.
No.
It's Hairspray the person. Miss
Yeah.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
He's got the fucking bulges back on.
He's back.
Good God, this guy just getting old.
It's
Almost walked into the chain.
Sauce ready.
Link caged animal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cream of the crop. Ooh, yeah.
And it's fucking Cokezilla over there.
Never do that again, Shrek. That was just disappointing.
Dude, I've tried to do it before. It hurts your throat if you do it too much. He had throat problems.
It does, yeah, I can see why. The cream of the crop. Oh, I can't. Where's my
I've never
penis?
talking like that. It depends on how you do it, though.
Well, Savage had throat problems, I think they said, before he died.
Well, did you listen to the way he talked?
Yeah.
I had too much of a vagina mouth. Out of the low growl of many a men
Right?
that of
If
preteen.
you want to hear really good promos by Savage, it's a rap album called Be a Man.
I highly doubt it's a pretty good promo.
He's pounding away.
When is Ric Flair gonna bleed? Countdown. The blood. He's coming.
Ric Flair before he had 4 wives.
What?
Somebody's being a smartass on Twitter one day and said Ric Flair looks old in WWE because they age. Like, no, having 4 wives ages you, dumbass.
Well, he's like 50 years old. Who's gonna get young?
Ric Flair looks old now.
Fucking ass cheeks.
Yeah.
Yes, I see that. Nope, he fixed it.
Gotta cover it like he covers his skinny legs.
I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
JP, you still watching Power?
I have not been watching it. I need to catch back up.
It's been good the last couple weeks.
I have not been. I've been lacking. Like I said,
Just fucking Dex the referee. Why not?
like I've been saying, I'm kind of like burnt out on fucking wrestling for real. I watch what I want, but even then, it's just way too fucking much.
I feel like as soon as somebody told me it was no holds barred, I had immediately just start low blowing everybody.
Right.
I've gotten to a point now, JP, where I just watch one promotion a week.
Well, it's kind of hard to do a show and not know what you're talking about. So
I pay attention. I saw SmackDown. I saw AEW. I haven't seen NXT yet. Raw, I haven't seen.
I'm almost done with NXT. I think I just have the women's match to go. I watched SmackDown tonight, which was an okay show. It wasn't bad. Not gonna shit on it. Raw was, well, Raw. AEW was, well, AEW. But no, I need to get back in Power. I almost got kind of want to see their pay-per-views, but I don't want to pay.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Not a month. Neither do I.
Not a month. Because they do 1 month as well. They do one pay-per-view a month.
I mean, the era of paying $40 for a pay-per-view is kind of not going to work for me.
What was their last pay? It was like $15 was their last pay-per-view.
Yeah, AEW's pay-per-view is going to be like $40.
Yeah, and that's why they're only doing 4 of them a month, a year, because they're charging $40. And I've heard that Tony Khan has taken over booking.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, maybe he's good at it. God knows, I don't fucking know. I mean, they need to get people that actually like know the business involved properly.
Well, they have fucking Arn Anderson back there. They have Tully Blanchard.
They have them, but they also have like women's division run by Brandy Rhodes.
They need to have her not run the division because it's absolute garbage.
They need to actually kill the division until they can actually produce something worth watching.
I agree.
Because when you have a division that's 90% green and 10% okay at best, yeah, that's not worth watching for me. I watched that AEW match this week and I was like, garbage, so bad, so bad.
Who was in it?
It was that fucking tag match between.
Yeah,
and Brandy was just wrestling for some reason.
I know. I mean, you had Brandy in it.
Yeah, no. It was so bad. It was botch fest, and it was shit. The crowd was dead.
Yeah. Well, the fucking thing that fucking lost my mind was Chris Statlander doing that fucking heel kick that she did.
Oh yeah.
She slapped her fucking leg and just slapped her leg.
I actually blame the other girl a bit more than I blame her.
She didn't even move her leg.
Well, she took that kick and the moonsault terrible. It was back-to-back blocks.
I kind of put that on Chris. Well, the first part I put on Chris Statlander. I don't put that on the other person. The second part, yes, I can see that.
So that girl, whatever her name is, the bald one, is horrible.
Austin says she's the dollar store Rhea Ripley for them.
No, she is beyond dollar store. She's the dollar store in fucking Somalia.
Yeah, she's terrible.
She's garbage, man. Like, in what world does putting a bunch of garbage people together equal a stable that people can watch?
Then Luther just sat next to fucking, was it Justin Roberts? And him and Justin Roberts were having an intervention or something. I don't
Well, that and the thing is, they promoted him as such as big badass, and he's getting beat up by these little women.
Well, the thing is, they shouldn't have promoted him at all. Nobody knows who this guy is. Just let him be a non-entity, because that's exactly what he's booked to be. Just another fucking body on the roster. that
Well,
means
they
nothing.
could have put him with the Dark Order because nobody knows who anybody there is either.
I mean, I accept the Dark Order more than I accept the Nightmare Collective. One of the worst fucking factions in wrestling.
Even the Dark Order, I don't.
Why is he trying to break it up? Like, why? There's no rules.
I don't know, but Rick had a deathlock on that rope.
I don't know what the ref was fucking thinking there. We kicked him right in the fucking face. Kick him right in the fucking face.
And I'll say this for WCW, just like I'd say for AEW. You need to have rules and you need to have them enforced. You can't have this, like, lackluster policy with referees, because then nothing matters.
Yeah. All right, man.
Well, like we said, it goes back to that very beginning episode where like Moxley comes in and attacks Omega while the ref's looking right at him.
Well, if you have to, like, build the storyline by having, like, the ref turn a blind eye, then you're not building a very good storyline.
Right.
Well, we even said that too when they had that 6-man and Moxley came out and Kenny all of a sudden has disappeared from the team and they're in the back fighting
Yeah.
and you got 2 against 3.
Yeah, that made no sense. I feel like AEW does. There's certain things that they made strive forwards with, and I feel like the production of their show, especially in this last one, where they have like the promos and backstage promos and things like that, where they were getting fans a bit more invested in the characters in the in-ring, is a step in the right direction. But until they get a women's wrestling division that can actually work, they're in problem area because that's 25% of their show.
Right.
That's
What does
unwatchable.
it have to go ahead, Basement?
No, that's all. 25% of the show is unwatchable because of that.
Well, does it help that when they do backstage shit, they go to commercial and you can't hear what they're doing or saying?
You know what? I watched it after the fact, and I watched it on British USA, and I was like present for everything that went to commercial. So it's hard for me to like pinpoint the commercial problems in the last show because I didn't really see them. But I'm along the lines of like if you don't have if at least 25% of your show is going to be taken up with a women's match, and you don't have these.
Well, and then the other thing, and Heather pointed it out, you had Sammy Guevara again with the cue cards, and then he's in mid cue card, you're reading it, and it goes to full commercial.
Yeah.
So it's like they just broke up the whole promo, so you don't even know what happened at the end of that.
See,
Right.
from you and I watched that, like, because it never went to commercial, I thought, so it's hard for me to, like, judge the commercial problems.
Yeah. When they do, it just drives me fucking nuts because you're sitting there trying to figure out what the fuck they're talking about, and then it goes to a commercial, and then they never elaborate on it, ever.
Yeah.
I will say, like, one of the things that is troubling to me with AEW is the fact that, like, they love to do silly things and, like, fun, whatever you want to call it. Like those silly segments that are just what they are. They're just silly for the sake of being silly. That's okay as long as you have seriousness at the same time. And right now, Cody Rhodes is serious. MJF is not. And
No.
that's on for me. That's on MJF because I watched that match with MJF. He's flopping around like fucking Shawn Michaels in that match.
The first match, the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match, fucking, they pulled Santana, whatever, one of them two, Ortiz, whatever it was, went to the outside, and he sold a move, and then he like flopped on the fucking outside, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you double selling a fucking move?
Why is
Just
the
roll,
ref
roll to
going
the outside
where-
and fucking lay there for a minute. I don't
Hmm,
need him
ref-
to fucking all of a sudden stand up. You know, like sometimes you see, like, I call it the stunner oversell.
Oh
When
yeah.
The Rock would
Oh,
oversell
MJ
it.
that
He'd
was-
do
that
like
was- that was
15 fucking
MJF.
cartwheels in the fucking ring. That's exactly what this guy does. Like, I can't remember, was it a super kick? I think it was a super kick.
The thing is, I'm more accepting of that because the match was just like, shit. Like it was just like craziness from the get go, and it is what it is. They're trying to build a couple storylines during it. But MJF, I cannot. I love him and everything, but he was all over the fucking place, man. He was Shawn Michaelsing like crazy, and I did not like it because like it was the one segment. He's part of the one segment that should be serious.
Mm-hmm.
Flopping all over the place like a fish out of water is not a good idea.
No,
Well, and they even
but-
had that spot when they were all standing outside the ring and the guy comes off the top and he didn't even hit Santana or Ortiz. And even somebody on Twitter says, oh, the strong breeze must have blew him over because he fell harder than the person that actually got hit
I mean, that
from the
kind
guy
of
flying off the ring.
that kind of thing happens with WWE all the time. They jump into like a pile of people. They hit like 3 or 4 of them. The other ones just fall.
Right,
But-
and he the way he sold it, it looked like he was the one that was actually like in the middle getting the full blunt of it.
I will say
mean-
this: WWE has gotten a little bit better with that.
Yeah.
It's quicker now. It's not, and they
I have the same argument that I have with AEW that I have with WWE. If
Yeah.
you want to do the silly fun shit, go ahead and do it. Just make sure there's a balance between that and serious, and why I should be invested if I want to see serious wrestling.
Yeah, I can't get into the Aubrey Edwards thing. I don't understand why she has to be.
You know what though? I okay. If I don't pay attention to her, I don't see it. That's gonna change because beforehand it was like the camera would actually focus on her.
Yeah.
Now, thankfully, it doesn't.
Oh, for me, as soon as she shows up, if I know she's there, I can't not.
I will say that I watched the whole of AEW and I didn't realize her. So something, I guess. I mean, if I did, I probably would shit on it, but
First off, Flair's bleeding. Secondly, this cage is coming apart.
his ass is out.
That's third. And then fourth, I heard Ray Phoenix got hurt this week on the AEW.
Why is he pulling his pants down?
Well,
Yeah,
that's even like the one spot because I even said something to Austin, and I know as soon as he walks in the ring, they start cheering for him. But the spot with Orange Cassidy, where they're all holding on to each other, pretending like they're getting ready to flip the other one, and he comes in and just stands there, and then all of a sudden they all flip.
Well, it's that is the indie roots that run AEW. That's such an indie spot, and it's just one of those spots that doesn't translate well to a week in, week out show. If it's you see it on Twitter in a segment, people are like, "Oh, that's fine, or whatever." They just need to get a bit more serious with shit, man. Cody Rhodes is the only fucking serious person on the show, right? Half the time he's got Arn Anderson talking for him, which makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't understand why Arn Anderson is there.
Why can't you just do more serious segments? Pac is serious, but he's not involved in anything worth talking about because it's the same thing day and day out. Cody Rhodes is serious, but he's fighting a fucking clown in MJF. And I understand, like, that's part of his character, but, like, sometimes, man,
And his ass is out again.
fucking ass. Let's see here.
Well, and I even said that to Austin too. I was just like, okay, Pac has the issue with Kenny, but he's always going after Nakazawa.
'Cause
Yeah.
him
And it's like every week he attacks Nakazawa while Kenny's in the ring, and then Kenny runs back, and then you see the segment a couple minutes later that they're backstage and Nakazawa's got the ice pack on him, or He's got the trainer looking at him. So it's like you keep attacking the guy that's not even who you're wanting to wrestle.
What I would like to see is Kenny Omega get serious, because he's not, and he's never been, and like he's been serious in the ring, and just let that translate to what he can do on the mic. Because right now, if he's constantly attacking his best friend and shit like that, then yeah, get serious with it, man.
Right,
Somebody
all
has to
you
get
see
serious
is him
because it's
leaving
fucking
the ring and then running to the back, and then
it's
that's
fucking
it.
it's B comedy following B comedy following B comedy following B. It's just
Mhm.
a bad comedy show half the time.
Agreed.
The door just came open.
The door. Yep. Oh my God.
Yep.
If this was WWE, Vince would be losing his shit backstage.
Well, shouldn't he be losing his shit
No,
backstage?
no, I agree. I'm just saying that if this was WWE, he wouldn't be letting that be ranting and raving at someone. But it's like WCW, it's like, oh, the cage door flew open. We don't care.
I don't
It's
think Vince would
close
care that
again.
much about that. Vince cares a bit more about like what's going to hurt him financially.
It's true.
Well, he's gotten mad because people, like, I think Richard said at the first Survivor Series that the guy was like, the referee had his shirt out and Vince was like losing his shit backstage.
Yeah, I can see that. Because there's a standard. And you have to have a standard. This is almost why you need a Vince McMahon-like character or a person involved. Someone that actually runs the company that's not the people involved week in, week out through the company. And I don't know about Tony Khan at all, but
What the fuck was that?
it took 10 hours to fucking do it.
So I'm just gonna throw this out there. Woman just tried throwing a powder in Ric Flair's face,
No, Savages.
or Savage's face, and well, that's why, because Elizabeth just helped Ric Flair.
Ric Flair has been wrestling the whole match with fucking asshole.
Well, she likes Ric Flair's ass, I guess. I don't know.
What? What the fuck is that? How does powder in the face make you dead?
Didn't even hit him.
It's like that poisonous mist that Asuka sprays.
No,
I mean, I understand like it like obscuring your vision and then getting hit by a finisher.
but that's
Like,
why she was going to throw the power, so that Ric Flair could, finish him off. That's not going to finish the match. Liz handed Ric Flair a shoe and hit Ric.
that's just a fucking pile of powder.
Oh, here comes Hogan. If going to get
You better not be black.
Did you take your vitamins? Did you take your vitamins?
Well, at least Flair's ass isn't hanging out anymore.
Well, that was the best part of the fucking match.
Why does it matter, man? He literally took a gun and shot him in the face. So I don't know.
If the ref didn't see it, it didn't happen. But yet, there's blood all over the.
Does that even exist? They're in a steel cage. What are the rules? I don't even know. Red powder. It's obviously white. It's cocaine. And it's the first time fucking Randy Savage dodged white powder.
So there's your winner.
What was it that Bobby always said? Win if you can, lose if you have to, but always cheat.
White powder, my kryptonite. I don't know about that.
He
Randy
didn't.
Savage.
Basement, why do you keep saying that? She didn't even hit him with white powder.
Oh, shoe, my kryptonite.
There you go. Yeah, she didn't. She didn't even hit him with white. She missed that.
That was just Johnson and Johnson's baby powder.
This is true.
See, now he would have been able to go with that claim suit that Johnson and Johnson's baby powder is giving people cancer now.
Everything gives you cancer today.
Dusty Rhodes better fucking get some money from Levi's.
Yeah, I heard Ray Phoenix got hurt from a pile driver the other night.
Okay.
Only time will tell.
Who was he in a match with? Joey Janela, right?
Yeah.
That could be why he beat Joey Janela beat him because he got hurt. So he just.
Yeah.
Hogan's back in the back again. And his match is up next.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's up next.
Should have just stayed out there in the cage. You would have had the first advantage. You were like, get your ass out here.
This will be how Moxley comes out with the patch over the eye.
No, Hogan's got to have his music.
Hogan must pose, brother.
No, that's at the end of the match.
I know.
What? The fuck was that all about?
What was that?
Austin's on a game with one of his friends, and I've actually got the door shut.
Oh.
Daddy was watching the same thing we were watching.
Dude.
They were playing Uno or something the other night, some card game, and I was out in the living room, and I had the door open in the back, and the neighbor was sitting out back, and he could hear him.
The double cage rumble.
Oh, Lord. Here we go again.
Let's get ready to rumble.
You got to get this going because the cage is going to fall apart.
And remember, the Giant is in this match.
Good.
Again? We have to get ready to rumble again?
I'm not ready to rumble.
Me neither. man who literally returned from the dead last October. Oh, fucking the Taskmaster wearing his fucking robe.
Hey, if he falls off the fucking stadium, I mean, what's gonna kill him? Through the door. Should just, like, who thought that was a good idea? Through the door.
Apparently, the door's possessed. It wants to kick them out.
I just don't understand. Well, he went to the back to come out again.
Well, like JP said, he has to have his music to come back in.
Because he's a real American.
Oh no! Don't mess with the cage, dude. It's gonna
I'm a real American.
Nope, that's not the song. No, it's that early 1990s fucking Thunder in Paradise fucking goddamn fucking theme music.
Yeah.
Oh, he almost fell. Fuck.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan can't see out of fucking one eye.
I can see your bullshit, brother.
Well, last time you only had one eye was a jet ski accident.
I think that's when this
maniacs
happened.
in the audience.
Isn't that when this happened? You had the boat skiing accident?
Yeah, that's WrestleMania 9. Well, that depending on which story you believe, apparently Savage beat the crap out of him at one point, and
That never happened.
no, I know, but all these people are like he got mad because Elizabeth left him. He punched the shit out of Hogan. I'm like, that makes no sense. I could see him punching Hogan, but I'm like, not that.
Here
wouldn't be that
goes the top baby face in the company fucking using a heel tactic. I fucking love how they did that. But Hogan did this.
all the
Hogan
time.
did this in WWF for WWE. He used fucking heel tactics.
Well, in the '92 Rumble, he choked people out with his shirt as soon as he got in the ring.
That's what I'm saying, Trek. He uses heel. He's a babyface who used heel tactics.
Yep.
The heel tendencies were always there with Hogan. He just were never expounded upon in the WWE.
He's biting his face.
Again, a heel tactic. But again, there's no disqualification. This is a no holds barred match. Should be in the ring with Zeus for this one.
Well, then they'd have to be.
Oh my
They could do They could do the match movie on pay-per-view again.
He's making out with him. He ain't eating.
Cannibalistic.
Hogan fucking using heel tactics. There he goes. Mother fucking choking him out with a fucking. I'm not liking what's going on here, bitches. He went for the slam, and that was a mistake. He is Hulk Hogan.
There is the padlock on it. Still open.
God damn. What?
Just the fact that his head's down there where it shouldn't be. It's just the war. It's just when he did that with the Warrior back at 6 too. It was just
Right.
there's always those gifs of him like in that position.
Oh my god, this match is already killing me.
But you,
Oh, Hogan's 90% of his offense is biting his fucking face.
I think the fire alarm's going off too. I mean, I'm hearing some sort of buzzer.
That was Jimmy Hart's megaphone.
No, that was not Jimmy Hart's microphone. Megaphone, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I am gassy today. Starting to really feel the scotch. But I don't have anything I'm itching to rant about. Any questions? No. Oh, he ripped off his fucking bandage. Wouldn't that have been funny if an eyeball just fell right on the fucking ring mat? It's been like, man, this is a fucking 10 out of 10 now.
He could have asked Vader how he dealt with it.
Oh, I hate this match so much.
I do too. It's a Hogan match.
But each other's faces, because obviously that's what everybody wants to see. Fuck, I fucking hate Hogan, man. I'm sorry, like the guy's boring as fuck. I was never a fan, like except when I was like fucking 5 years old.
Yeah, he's for the kids.
Well, he was the original John Cena.
He was John Cena before John Cena was John Cena.
John Cena's
That's it.
better in ringing than Hogan, and that's not by much. So
I'm talking about the character. I get what you're saying. John Cena's 10 times better than Hogan is in the ring.
okay, oh yeah, raise the roof. Nobody's raising any roof because you're fucking. I'm gonna body slam him now because that's what I need to do. Oh,
I'm gonna
oh,
irate
fuck.
Fucking Shivani went, yes! Right when he fell on him. Did you hear that?
I hear you. I hear you. Oh, we've seen this mighty thing. Oh, if only he was black.
Oh, jeez.
Political commentary.
He's fucking... Hogan's like, he just hit me in the back. Oh, God.
What if I suffer a weak
Not the back!
I'm going down. You're going to kick me for about 15 fucking minutes, and then I'm going to stand up, kick me one more time, and then I'm going to go, don't do it again, or I'm going to beat the fuck out of you. And then Hogan's going to beat the fuck out of him, and then he's going to get out. And that's going to be the end of the match.
I'm going to lay here and die, brother.
Unstoppable. Like, the more you hit me, the more I charge up.
He's got them Roman Reigns superpowers.
Damn right, Ronnie.
I will say this. Roman Reigns still takes a bump better than Hogan does.
Yeah.
God, man, Hogan's geriatric when he was born.
Oh, there he goes into fucking seizure mode. Look.
Oh my god, epilepsy on me. You didn't prepare this for me. Oh my god.
Your basement, warning, the Yeti shows up.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, I swear to god, if that happened.
I'm kidding. The Yeti don't show up.
I heard he's going to show up in the AEW next week.
Oh. It's oh god.
Just think, there's 11 minutes left in the show.
Yeah. I might kill myself in the next 11 minutes.
If you're out the door, how can you destroy Hulkamania? Tony Schiavone has a very valid point right there. You can't destroy Hulkamania if you just walk out of the door.
Yeah.
Karen's
Can you destroy Hulkamania from getting over the fucking steel cage? I don't know. The only thing that destroys Hulkamania is racial slurs. That's it.
You don't know where he's at. Look at Bobby.
Alright, here we go. This is fucking great.
Where's the Yeti when you need him?
Two men hugging in the middle of the ring. Two men hugging in the middle of the ring.
Here, I'm gonna hug you. Let's hug. Let's hug. I love you, man. I love you
Bob's
too.
waiting for the Gilbert run-in.
You want to bite my face? No, I'll bite your face.
You want a hug? I'll give you a hug. Look at this shit. Oh, here goes Hogan. He's not ready to fucking let loose. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He's
Open up.
humping. They're humping. They're humping. Look at him.
No, you touch dicks with him and it's over.
Fucking Giant was fucking getting into it.
This is how Joey Ryan got his ideas.
Good. Probably. I would not fucking doubt it.
Oh my god. I'm at a gas right now. This is fucking killing me.
I'm with you.
We got the Giant versus the guy that looks like a fucking leather satchel.
Well, just wait until fucking the WrestleMania is the Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels 60-minute Iron Man match.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, there's
I'd
that.
rather see that than this. At least those guys can wrestle.
True.
Thanks, man. We got an old fucker gyrating in the middle of the ring.
Oh, here he goes. He's going into.
He's hulking out.
He's don't look like you. Angry.
Do you like ketchup and mustard?
More mustard than ketchup.
Yeah, he's a lot of mustard.
Oh, you kicked him right in the fucking sternum.
Oh my god. This is like the if you've ever played any of the WWE 2K games, this is like what you would choose for your player as like the beginning moves.
Oh, you're correct. Yes.
What is the entry move? Elbow to the back, hug in the middle of the ring, big clothesline, full clothesline. Which that clothesline sucks. I'm sorry, man. I hate this clothesline. You're gonna hug the guy first, then drop him.
Right.
Up and down, man. Up and down. Oh god. Ah!
Well, here we go.
There he goes, basement.
Here we go.
The funny thing is, with Taskmaster's gear on, he looks more like he should be in Hogan's corner.
Okay, my weakness, bad wrestling.
Come
I'm
on,
gonna eat your
man.
face. Eat your face.
All right, so come on, man. Come on. Can't fucking body slam him, but he can pick him up and throw him into a fucking
Cage.
And you know what he
The
can't
cage.
do? Is wrestle.
The cage is the loser of the match. The poor thing's gonna fall apart in about
Well, I was
5
going to
seconds.
say, this would be the one where the side should have come off of it.
Well, it's like when Big Show threw Austin through the cage. It's like that thing was more stable than this thing is.
Oh, the big boot. Here we go. Oh. Here we go.
Tear every muscle in his back, brother.
Get behind him. Get behind
No,
him.
he's stunned.
The big giant looking like fucking Kung Lao or Shao Kahn.
Finish him. Yeah, fusion of my body. Oh. All right, Undertaker.
Yeah, I know.
Pulled an Undertaker.
Undertaker Michael Myers just sat up, damn it.
Oh, he just pulled an Undertaker.
Yeah. Great. It's fucking great.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do a back body drop. Now the
Right,
chop.
these are both to wrestle, so let's just do this. It's
Almost fell back in.
Wouldn't that be funny if he fell? And that's the end of the fucking match. Oh, nope. Kevin Sullivan hits him with the fucking chair. That's fantastic. Everybody's do it again. He just knows.
And he no-sells the chair shot.
He no-sells the chair shot. Typical WCW. He no-sells. So I'm going to throw him back in the ring. I'm going to get back in the ring with the Giant, even though I just fucking beat him.
I might have brain damage.
Look, I'm okay. I have a chair with me this time.
Oh my god. Well, he is Hulk Hogan, so I'm pretty sure Hulk Hogan could just run into a nuclear bomb and be okay.
Well, just get him in the monster truck. Have him fall up. Even that doesn't work.
Oh god, we will not speak about the monster trucks.
And it's amazing he can see out of both eyes now.
Here comes Ming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Touch
excited
him in the
for
face
that.
with that chair.
That's not all disappointment.
Here's the guy. This guy is fucking garbage, man. Look at this. I'm tapping them all in the head. I'll tap them all in the head together. Tap everybody. I'm gonna tap everybody.
It's like he's playing whack-a-mole.
He is.
Tap everybody. Fucking old faces of the chain. Oh my god, this is terrible.
One guy taking all them out. It's like the Dark Order.
Fucking
Yeah, Roman Reigns.
typical fucking Hulk Hogan right here, man. He's gonna, like I said, Hogan must pose at the end.
And half those guys here already beaten WWF before.
Roman Reigns, you have to like literally follow the whole. Okay, we got the Grape. Gilbert Grape.
Who's this
Who
fucking
the
guy?
hell is this?
Gilbert Grape.
Is this the new Yeti?
Yeah.
He ain't getting in. He's not big enough to get. He's too big to get in the cage. That thing's tiny. How about the heels? Like, get me the hell out of here. I don't care.
Why would they hold
Johnny is running away from Hulk Hogan. For fuck's sake.
sense?
This is the best pay-per-view fucking ever.
Hey, look,
It's another
picture is the Zodiac.
This guy
another
made.
fail. It's like it's like yeah, I'll beat that guy. Whatever.
Oh, here he goes. Here he goes. He's gonna start posing.
That was like the next big thing, and then was failed in doing it.
So do the one-arm pose with the chair on the other.
Oh, he'll put the chair down in a minute.
No, Put it back.
He'll put the chair down, and the big guy will get in the ring and just pick it up again and throw it at him.
It's kind of insulting that they think this type of shit still would work now. And then WWE has done it with Roman Reigns.
I agree.
Literally will beat the whole roster. In order to beat him, you need the whole roster.
Well, half the time he don't even know what arena he's at.
That's
You just think my ass. I can't wrestle, but here I am.
So that's essentially the end of the pay-per-view. Now Hogan just poses. Because Hogan must pose.
Literally 0 to 10.
Zero.
I hated cage matches both.
Oh, this is a 20 out of 10. This is fantastic.
Shut up.
It's
It was bad. It was bad. I in all seriousness, it's not a 0 out of 10, but it is the booking. The booking is 0 out of 10. But
Yeah, the last 2 matches killed it for me.
yeah, why did they do these matches in a row? Why didn't they just have all the matches in the fucking cage then? Who knows?
That'd be called lockdown.
Do
We
them
don't
all
do
at one
that
time and put one cage out there. Just let it end in fucking 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was bad. I couldn't even tell you what the best match of the night was.
DDP versus Mark Merrow.
No, that's not
That
the best.
actually was one of the better matches.
Actually, it was, but it was still shit.
I mean, there was no real match of the night. There was matches that were acceptable, and then there was the last 2 cage matches.
Oh my god. Yeah, it was bad. If I was to give this is probably like a. Oh, I'm gonna go around. Bob,
Yeah,
Trek. What do you think?
I'd say 3 out of 10. That's being generous.
Okay.
This is a definite do not watch out of 10.
Yeah, this is a make sure you're drinking while you're watching.
You know the tapes in WWE's library that they supposedly have do not watch, do not destroy, do not duplicate? They should put that on this tape.
Do not watch, destroy. Do not duplicate.
Bobbit, what do
No,
you
they
think?
can't destroy it because it's an insurance deal. that they
Destroy it!
Bobbit. He's sleeping, so that tells you a lot
Yeah.
right there.
No,
Go
I'm not.
Just what? Go.
I was thinking, you asshole. I give it 3 Hogan poses out of 10.
You would. Ronnie, what about you?
I don't think I'd go any higher than a 2. I mean, looking on paper with the talent that was on the card, but just the matches themselves, no.
I mean, out of the cage matches, the best cage match was the first one.
Yeah, the Ric Flair or the Ric Flair one.
The other one was fucking. I don't think there was a wrestling movie except for one body slam.
It essentially was. The match was made to tell a story to further the storyline between Hogan and the fucking Dungeon of Doom. That's all.
The match was made to tell a story that didn't need to be told.
No,
So-
you're right. But that's essentially what the story was. It's fucking to advance the story of the Dungeon of Doom versus Hogan.
I'm gonna land right down the 1.5 mark.
I'm right in between. I'm with Ronnie and Basement on this one. I can't go any higher than 2, and only reason that I wouldn't go lower than what Basement gave it is because they actually wrestled. There was somebody.
Yeah, I mean there was a couple like passable matches.
Yeah.
When I say passable, I mean like 3s out of 10s. And then there was the one cage match with Flair, which wasn't bad for cage match standards. Cage matches are immediately like a 4 out of 10 for me anyway.
Yeah.
They'll never exceed that because they're always shit. But that was like as good as you're probably going to get in a cage match. And the last match was just, I wanted it to end so I could kill myself.
I mean, I didn't want to kill myself, but I get what you're saying.
The cage wanted to kill itself because it wanted to fall over.
Yeah, it was shoddily built.
Yes, it was. But again, I wouldn't go any higher than Let's just put it this way: it was no Wrestle Kingdom 14. Jesus.
Oh God, no.
There was no TLC 2020.
No.
No. And that was shit. This
True.
is one of those ones where you're going to go back and say, you know, maybe I wasted my time.
Maybe.
Yeah, but unlike TLC, there was no Aleister Black versus Buddy Murphy to save us at the time and then just go in the shitter. It was just like in the shitter from the beginning.
Yeah, it was just bad.
It was
And
bad.
It was bad when they were actually collecting tables in the first match, damn it.
I mean, WCW has done a good job up to this point to have at least one match that was salvageable, where they would have like a cruiserweight match, or what they deemed a cruiserweight match, where it would feature Chris Benoit or Eddie Guerrero. And now this pay-per-view didn't feature anybody that actually excited me wrestling wise.
Right.
Everything was just.
Yeah. So, yeah. So that being said, we're going to get out of here next week. When we can, will be In Your House number 6, I think. I think it's like number 6. I don't know exactly which one it is, but that will be In Your House. They're building to WrestleMania, so the matches are going to become a little more important. And again, these In Your Houses that they're doing are essentially like crown jewels or house shows that don't do anything. Like they never changed it. They may have once or twice, but they never change titles at these shows ever. So they're just glorified house shows essentially, which is pretty much what fucking every pay-per-view in WWE is anymore. Anybody got any final thought?
Rewatch it.
You would say that.
Not enough alcohol in the world.
All right. So that being said, I want to thank everybody for joining. Ronnie too. I know she doesn't always join us, but we're just watching the pay-per-views, so it's just essentially a watch-along. And I know we talked about what's going on today and such, but it is what it is. The fucking pay-per-views suck. When we get more towards the fucking... Well, at least we talked about... We were paying attention. There was nothing to talk about that was any good on the fucking show. I'm sorry. Hashtag fuck me, I guess. But, so that being said, everybody have a wonderful night, and we will talk to you tomorrow night, or tonight, when we do This Week in Wrestling, where we got a little bit to talk about. So yeah, we will talk to you later. Have a good night.
Yeah, that was garbage.